The image is burning into my fucking eyes. Alright. Hey guys.
Hey, how you doing?
Hello.
How you
Hello.
doing? Alright. Okay. What the fuck were we talking
And
about?
of course, Bob is going full weird right off the bat. Cool. I think we're gonna
I'm just getting
recap the
everybody
session,
ready.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what we do here, right? We recap the sessions or stuff.
I think you mean you recap the session
Yeah, I
because
think
you
that's
take
what you
notes.
mean. I think that's what you mean. Okay, so we went into Verbal Kinks bar. We found out the 5 rules. Rule 1, no outside food. Sorry, buy you bill. No groups larger than 4, so we all got kind of split up. No powers, no fighting, no info sharing outside of the bar. There's 3 people surrounded a rusted object, a rusted cog. One of them was a symmetric esque person, but we had known that.
I now remember what happened last session.
Yeah, we also had Erasure, and then who was the other person?
Okay, so when you guys got to Verbal Kinks Bar, Erasure, Momentum, and Switch were
Yeah, we didn't know who the symmetric person was.
Yeah.
We didn't actually get their name.
That's fine. You have access to Verbal Kink and that info would be free.
Okay.
So Verbal Kink had commissioned them to basically destroy the cog because he just fucking hates the thing at this point. After it failed, they left, and he basically traded you taking the cog off his hands and figuring out what it did for several answers, and he is basically offered to be your new information broker now that Cherenov is out of the picture.
It's nice working with him because he's not like a genie. It was really frustrating.
I will say you did forget the most important thing, which was the sexual ass grab on Bill from John Hannibal Hancock.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I did forget that.
He
That is
wishes he
very
still forgot that.
In the in-between mini session, Bayou Bill and G Slice have a ghost hunting adventure, and they're going to come back with a chain that, by all metrics, does not exist. It's just held together by the what's the name of the shroud with Jesus' face again, Tom?
Shroud of Turin, but this is the Shroud of Johnny Switchblade.
Yeah. Speaking of Johnny Switchblade, hey, Jack Tanner still has Johnny Switchblade's knife on him, right?
Yep.
Hey, Bob, remove that from your inventory.
Ugh. Johnny Switchblade's back alive.
Hey, Tom.
I told you I wasn't dead.
Avery sees a very familiar streak of purple and silver on the ground of the warehouse.
I don't really know what you mean by that.
You see his knife, his switchblade, or straight razor.
Okay. So,
It looks like it has fallen out of Jack Tanner's pocket.
this is an opportunity. Avery is going to, well, he has more of a chance here to learn information about Switchblade than he literally ever has. He's going to use the compliant key of Solomon to attempt to read the knife and figure out exactly what it is.
All right. Give me a roll.
Okay, my specific question will be, what is this knife and what is its specific function?
Okay.
And I have received 2 10s.
Nice.
2 10s, you say?
Yerp.
Okay. You guys look. You guys feel like a gust of wind begin kicking up inside the warehouse. I can't believe you rolled 2 10s. All right. So you guys feel a gust of wind kicking up in the warehouse. Avery, as you look up from the key, as its pages begin fluttering almost uncontrollably, you see the knife spinning a little bit, and it feels like the world is going thin. You guys see Avery make eye contact with the knife before about a 20-yard sphere just collapses in the middle of the warehouse, leading to a sort of black neon cityscape just present in the middle of the warehouse. It looks like a hole punched in reality, and Avery is nowhere to be seen.
So if I'm hearing you correctly,
Important
Avery had just been transported to a vaporwave shithole.
Yes.
I think, guys, out of character, I think we just saved the party.
So, question.
Now more people will like us because Avery's not here.
Ooh!
Wow, dude.
Avery's in here
I'm
with you.
not wrong. I'm not wrong. Johnny Switchblade,
Quartz.
Quartz.
But you also hate Johnny Switchblade.
Sam.
I do hate Johnny Switchblade, but that's
I have an
for
important
many
point.
reasons.
Well, Mr. President hates Johnny Switchblade, and therefore, by the laws of comedy, does this mean that the G-Slice wants to suck him off? Like, what's that relationship going to look like?
He wouldn't know about who he is.
Yeah, but if you met him,
He's never met him. Also,
This will be a path of self-discovery, and, maybe Avery and G-Slice will discover some very important things about who they are as people and who they are to each other.
I would also like to ask again what Johnny Switchblade looks like. I've always sort of imagined him as a really ripped Pee Wee Herman in a purple suit.
So, Johnny Switchblade is kind of always hard to pin down. Think like the most ornate, fashionable suit you can think of. Key colors are neon purple, lime green, gold, of course, for the highlights. Except the suit's like 5 sizes too big, and is just kind of draped over him. In terms of like face, ambiguously human. His features are very sharp. Eyes are almost almond shaped. His teeth are sharpened, and he has multiple sets of canines. His ears are almost pointed like an elf's.
He's sounding more like the Joker now.
Oh, that's not intentional.
But he wears the purple and green suit.
hey, he did say there was gold.
I mainly did it for the symbolism behind those colors. Fuck, I didn't intend for the... He's not supposed to be the Joker, baby.
Hey, it's Johnny Switchblade, he just lives in a society, you know?
He's just supposed to be the joke, not... Anyway.
So did the candy cooling table go with Avery?
Let me check. 20 yards. A quarter of an inch of one corner of the cooling table has been teleported into the neonscape.
Everyone needs to leave the warehouse immediately, or their ears will never be the same.
Sweet Tooth's going to start taking out some Toot Sweets, and he's just going to play the song that ends the world.
He eats a candy that lets him scream louder because he needs it.
Oh, how extra.
Carinade's eardrums are already partly gone because he doesn't wear ear protection.
Wait, how high is his body stat?
Carinade?
Yeah.
It says like 7.
He should be fine then.
His eardrums are swole. You can bounce
His
a nickel
eardrums are
off
like
those
2
things.
orders of magnitude better than a peak human's.
Yeah, his body stat's a 7,
Okay.
but he doesn't wear ear pro. Next to a 40mm cannon.
John Hannibal Hancock can just ignore it because he has, 10 command.
Cause you're a fucking monster, yeah. This seems good. Alright. If no one is going to be doing things with this immediately, would you guys mind if I cut to a small scene inside the neonscape?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Cool. Avery, you find yourself in a room. The first thing that overwhelms you immediately is the smell of raw gasoline and herbal tea, weirdly enough. You find yourself sprawled on a pile of just broken tables. Seemingly all broken in very similar ways. As you look up through the darkened room, you see Johnny Switchblade pouring tea into 2 cups.
Oh,
He is going to nod at you and say, alright, how do I put this? You know, I've been thinking for a little bit, and I've kind of come to a rather upsetting realization. You don't actually know why I hate you, do you?
okay. You're gonna need to give me a moment in real life to think how to respond to that, because this is a much more powerful scene than I was expecting. God, I'm looking up at like. So you said this is a vaporwave shithole. I'm just imagining like the skybox he's backlit by. Bunch
It
of
is
fucking palm trees and
absolutely
wireframe.
black. The buildings are stretched into infinite strands that are tangling and swaying. All just, you can only see things by their outline and the various neon colors that undulate.
Before anything, I'd like to roll empathy on his mind state. Hi, I talk about emotions of their mind state. I'm learning how to be human.
Yeah. Go for it.
Detroit, become human. I'm City,
2
become human.
4s.
You said 2 what?
4s.
So you don't immediately get a good grasp because this man is very unusual, but you feel like you're on the right path in terms of being empathetic. You realize he... okay, how do I put this in a way? Sorry, 4s are difficult for this one. You look at him and you think empathy is absolutely the right call here, but you realize it's empathy that's a bit too late. He's mad. Wait. When you say mind state, clarify that.
That was me being an absolute idiot when I was talking. I really want to know what his emotional state is at the moment. How does he seem
Disturbingly
to...
calm, but still like he's hard to read. He's still incredibly pissed off, but he is making a great effort to stay composed right now.
Okay, so he's at the sort of burn with a quiet rage state.
Not exactly quiet. I don't think Johnny Switchblade is physically capable of being quiet.
So he's at the burn with a quiet rage state, but the rage is just a very quiet whistling noise you can hear at any point 30 meters away from him.
That
right.
being said, I have failed a roll for Johnny Switchblade. You see several buildings erupt into flames behind him. Not entirely, just localized, like rooms and windows blow out in plumes of flame.
Avery will pull himself up, and he is trying... I don't want to cut you off, but he is trying very hard to ignore that. I'm going to assume that this is the most threatening thing that's happened to Avery, because he is completely alone at the moment. So he will pull himself up off of the broken tables and say to Johnny Switchblade, I am quite sorry. I honestly don't know what's caused this friction between us.
That's because you lack... You see the flaming buildings. The rooms are actually spelling out the word empathy. Well, except he only has 1 dice in perform, so 2 of the buildings have swayed, and it just spells out empty.
Did it spell empathy visibly at any moment?
For like half a second at the start. He is
Okay,
looking at you.
either way, I love this. Avery will say, I I've been informed. I've been told that before, yes. But I do have to say, I love your showmanship.
Thanks. It took 2 days, and I had to drink 15 gallons of paint thinner to get that to work.
I see. That sounds rather difficult.
You have no idea. But he, as I was saying, he turns around, notices that it now just spells E. He turns back around and he just walks 90 degrees to the other corner of the room to draw your eye from it. As I was saying. Cutting back to the candy room floor, you guys see a building with a giant flaming E burned into it drift past the Oculus? Portcullis? Whatever. The view.
I think Oculus. Portcullis is a door.
The aperture.
The aperture. Let's go with the aperture. Do you guys go to save Avery, or do you guys just bail?
Can Charlie see into this?
He can't activate his power through it, but he can see quite a distance into it.
Okay. Can I see what's going on by any sense of the means?
You can get brief glimpses where you can see Avery talking to Johnny Switchblade, but their position is changing pretty random. Like, for like half a second, a building will like move in front of your view, and they'll be in a completely different position half a second later.
You will
Does
also
it
more
look
locally
like they're
see
fighting?
that.
What'd you say?
Does it look like they're fighting? Sorry for cutting you off there, Tom.
No, it looks like Johnny is just being an absolute extra bitch, as he always is.
I'll let it go for a little bit and keep an eye on it.
You will also see on a much more local basis that
tell the rest-
Chivalry immediately jumped into the portal as soon as Avery got swallowed.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Yeah, I'll say that it looks like they're having a.
We can go kill Johnny Switchblade. I am perfectly okay with that.
I don't think we could kill him. I think we could beat him up, but I
you see,
actually
that's-
think we would be better served letting this play out.
You know, for someone who's all about building communities, why does Mr. President seem to want to
I've
get his secret
explained-
murders so badly?
I've explained twice why I don't like.
Okay. Hold on. We can
Johnny
do this
Switchblade.
in character. Is Mr. President suggesting in character you take down Johnny Switchblade?
Yeah.
Okay.
I responded in character, yeah.
Okay. In character, in this moment, how would Mr. President concisely explain his viewpoint? Think like tagline, like think slogan.
So he would explain it. I think he's hinted on it a few times, but basically people that have like a lot of power and have the ability to help a lot of people, but choose not to do so, and instead use their power to actually like either troll people but not actually help anyone, or make people's life actively worse. He doesn't have a lot of respect for them, and he finds that you should probably hand that power off to someone else that's probably going to do something for the community to help build, kind of save the broken world we're in. And Johnny Switchblade has continuously used his power, at least in the circumstances he's always seen him in, to just either abuse his power or just not help people that clearly need help. Now, I will say he wasn't in the crossover, so he didn't see that whole thing in the crossover, which would make sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, what I will say to you, we watched in front of our eyes this man melt, and he is in there perfectly fine. I don't think we're going to do anything to him. I think we can maybe set him back for a couple weeks, and then he's going to come back hating all of us. I don't know who he's friends with, and I would rather stay friends with his friends, because there's no reason to make a bunch of friends.
Can I roll Streetwise to realize that no one likes Johnny
You
Switchblade?
absolutely can. You can roll streetwise, empathy, leadership, tactics, whatever you want to roll, buddy. They're all valid.
All right. Which one gives me the highest dice pool? I think leadership. So I rolled 2 extra dice.
Okay.
Okay, that would be 8 tens.
This is a man who is most likely, you know, this type from your time like leading scavenging expeditions. He is not an unknown quantity to you. Maybe his name is, but not who he is. This is a fucking drama queen, a narcissist of the highest order. He doesn't have friends. He has a series of burned bridges and people who would quite honestly probably reward you for taking him down a peg.
Yeah, I have dealt with people like him before. Based on what I know about him, he's more of a drama queen, and we probably get paid to kill him. Probably a hefty price.
Okay, but will say again, we're not gonna kill him. We watched him melt.
We weren't actively trying to kill him then. We said one line to him, and he literally melted.
I won't help with the fight personally.
Listen, I will. If we as a team decide to do it, that's fine. If we as a team don't decide to do it, that's fine as well. I'm just saying we'd either get a nice reward to help, start building homes around here, and pass off the artifact to maybe someone more worthy.
Now,
But it's up to you.
if you
as a
guys would
team.
like clarification or to try and like maybe suss out extra information in character about things you know, please let me know. I can give you roles to try and do that. If we have any like final thoughts, I can progress the scene with Avery.
Actually, I do.
Yeah.
Charlie keeps bringing up the melting scene, and I've seen a lot of artifacts in my time. Would I kind of know like how he's resurrecting himself? Could I figure that out based on the two interactions I've had with him, or was it only one?
I think it's
two.
just one.
It's like 1.5. You've heard, if I remember correctly, you saw Mr. President was there for like the hat scene, right? When they were
The
flipping
hat.
cards into the hat.
No, I don't think he was.
I don't think so.
I think that was
That
had
was
that
right
scene
before, wasn't it?
right
It was
before
right
we went.
before.
That was right
So
before.
just the one.
I'll say 1.5 because he's heard a lot. You guys have talked about Johnny Switchblade at least 2 times with him there. So I will give you. You can make a knowledge paranormal check, just to go off of what you know about paranormal artifacts. I will say it's going to be a -2 in terms of like penalty dice.
Do
Because this-
hard dice go first for
hard dice
penalties,
go
right?
first, yeah.
Okay.
Could I just
Just
have
double-
base insight on this? Because I use C powers on him.
Do you you could use it to assist, Mr. President, in terms of like you can go.
No.
No, it didn't look like that.
You're not assisting?
Yeah, I mean, I will, sure.
Okay.
I'm just wondering if I would just know the answer because I did use the ability on him.
The issue is the view you got off of Johnny Switchblade was a little bit ambiguous. There was a lot going on there.
Okay.
That specific answer might get lost in the shuffle. With Mr. President's hypermind, you might be able to find the line.
3 tens.
Okay. You guys, the most direct, obvious solution is some form of phylactery. The knife might be involved, even though it seems to hate him. The alternative is Johnny Switchblade might not have died. He did disappear pretty suddenly. This place might be... Charlie, you would remember the Memory of Alexandria, the place Chernov retreated to during the crossover. It might be a similar situation where he retreated there to heal up, or like put himself back together again after like taking a ton of damage. The issue is you have no idea what this place is. There's no like common knowledge about this.
So
I'm assuming I can't see powers on the portal thingy.
No, it's
what we could do if we wanted to do this is have Bayou Bill eat the knife.
But they're not here at the moment, and the
I
knife
know.
isn't here either.
Well, I mean, we fight him until we run the knife to Bayou Bill, because Bayou Bill is literally, I think, 5 blocks away.
I also don't think that Bayou Bill can do enough damage to actually break the knife.
He has Disintegrate, so he can actually do a lot of damage to it.
He can do a lot of damage, but Disintegrate only triggers if he fills up the entire thing. And
Okay.
destroy the artifact.
And
Which
without knowing what power's on it, we won't know how many hitboxes it has.
I mean, it could easily have the same number of hitboxes as a straight razor if Sam was cheap building it. And if he wasn't, I think maximum number of hitboxes it probably have is 20.
Probably a lot more than
To be
that.
fair, Johnny Switchblade sounds like he was cheap builded.
I also feel like we have to
I was hoping
consider
a first eagle from Sam.
what
or
if
some
Johnny's
sort.
Switchblade, what if the knife isn't his phylactery or anything? What if the reverse Avery Chivalry situation where the knife has the minion power summon Johnny's Switchblade?
Also another thing, I don't know what the fallout of destroying an artifact is.
So I can give this one to you for free because you're from the Charlie's from the flooded district, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just start with this info. So destroying an artifact usually has a brief moment of paranormal backlash, where the artifact basically releases all of its energy at once.
Okay.
With Charlie, that might be something like a city block gets glassed. Because your artifact is reasonably powerful. If it's a really powerful artifact, it might become a full-on anomaly.
Okay. Could I lessen that if I was power draining it at the time it went off?
You believe so, but you've never tried it, so you wouldn't have any solid data points on that.
Yeah.
Sam,
What's up?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I don't know. I'm just thinking of a lot of bad things that could go super wrong with this. What if his artifact is what's sustaining the realm we're in, and we just collapse it while we're inside it?
Wow.
I cease existing.
Wow. Okay. That was somewhere you went with that. I doubt that.
No, like if you go into the neon realm, he means.
Oh, to the neon realm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which
I mean,
we would have to do to go
Yeah,
kill him.
He's not suggesting that Johnny Switchblade is the demiurge. Don't
oh, okay. I was thinking the reversal. That's a pretty far leap there, Charlie.
No.
Does Mr. President know about the acid pit?
He wouldn't yet. He's only been in the flooded district for like a day.
I wasn't sure because I knew Cobb was related to
What the hell is the
pit,
acid pit?
but the acid, and
That's where Lucy came from.
he's read up a lot on the that group that he absolutely hates.
Yeah, the acid pit is a minor thing that they kept pretty secret, based on what you've guys have learned from corrosion. It wouldn't be public knowledge in any way, shape, or form, and in fact, you would like to learn about that. You would probably have to stage an infiltration mission on 5 points.
I have no frame of reference for the thing we are discussing, and my initial reaction to it is
Venter knows about it.
It was mentioned
fucking
offhand.
Vent.
Yeah, I don't care to know about it then.
I believe. Well, I don't know about it, so I don't want to metagame. So never mind.
Yeah.
Urban Decay did mention it a little bit during the crossover. Essentially, the things you know for certain are it's incredibly paranormally powerful. It's deleterious on the setting in general, and it seems to be cut from the same cloth that Urban Decay is. And it seems to have, if not intelligence, a will of some sort. To the point where Cobb cut a deal with Mammon Gray to institute a new gatekeeper for it.
Okay.
Which has many, many implications.
What would happen if we put the switchblade through the crack?
It would be Mutant Squad's problem then.
We're not doing that to them. I'm not giving them to Johnny Switchblades to do it.
That would be hilarious because I'm pretty sure they like Johnny Switchblade.
Their meeting went so bad.
Did it go worse than the one
Oh,
with
it went
Avery?
so much worse. He called Corrosion a Nazi.
Oh no.
Whoa.
Ooh.
I think it's the wrong timeline for that.
I mean, going back to what we said he looks like, I'm imagining like Johnny Switchblade walks up to Corrosion, says, you're a Nazi, dabs, bottom tack.
It is a little unfair, but do we want to put it to a vote?
I'd say yeah.
Now, I just realized that Seth has 2 votes because both of his characters are here.
Oh, no. Sweet Tooth will not be voting. He's busy screaming.
It also
Okay.
can't be a vote because neither Avery nor Chivalry are here.
Well, it would be a vote between Jack Tanner, John Hannibal Hancock, and Charlie.
Charlie. Yeah.
Is propulsion there?
Do
Yes.
Do we know if I'm gonna ask Charlie, does Avery look scared?
Sam?
Does Avery look scared?
Yeah, I'm asking Sam.
Sam?
Avery
Tom?
is more just confused because this is a really, really awkward situation. Like, he's definitely on edge because he doesn't know that Chivalry is in the Neon realm with him. But he doesn't seem to be particularly scared of Switchblade at the moment. Just on edge.
Not really. I mean, he looks on edge, but like, who wouldn't be in that situation?
All right.
Like, I've been monitoring the situation. If it looks like they're about to start fighting, we'll go in there and I'll rescind my statement. I'll help with that fight, but I don't think this will come to blows.
3 seconds later, it comes to blows.
Yeah, like 3 seconds later, Avery goes, God, it's not even a switchblade. It's a straight razor.
And he's just punching him with it.
Okay.
Avery's last words are going to be, there's nothing subtle about this knife.
So let's vote real quick, and then Tom can, or Sam can. Actually, Sam should cut back because that was a long conversation.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Okay, so we cut to the diatribes of Switchblade and Avery. Switchblade's gonna sit back down and he's gonna gesture towards the T.
Avery will absolutely sit across from him and take the cup of tea. What was Switchblade drinking here? Out of curiosity.
A mix of it looks like leftover gasoline and herbal tea.
Do I need to make an endurance check?
No, this is just tea.
Okay. How does it taste?
Actually, it has a bit of a funky taste to it. Do you want to make a perception check on it before you drink it?
Sure.
Sense plus perception, go for it.
I feel like it would taste gaudy.
2 10s again.
Tastes like poison.
Tastes like lapsang and aspartame.
So remember when Avery did opium with Animal?
Yes. How could I forget?
So you take half a sip of this tea, and it's like a phantom scent, you know, like that kind of thing where it's like it's almost familiar. You get like a sensory deja vu.
Okay.
You're pretty sure this tea is like 90% hallucinogenics.
Okay, I'm going to take exactly 1 full sip and put the cup down. Just enough to appear. I'm not going to do my damnedest to not react. Just drink exactly enough to be polite.
Your vision's swimming a little bit, but you're not freaking out yet, so that's good.
I feel like I should have like +2 immunity to opium after what Animal put me through.
It's a good time. Anyway.
It's like Corey can't even get high anymore. That's just because he stood next to Animal for a few years.
All right, so Johnny is going to look at you up and down and go, all right. So, just as an exercise, just to get you in the groove, why do you think I'm mad at you?
When I had used the book here, wait, Avery still has the compliant key with him, right?
Yes. Yes, you still
Okay,
have the
well, no,
compliant key.
I had tried to use the book to read you, and I had my friend Chivalry hold you in place to answer questions against your will. I would like to apologize for that, but I felt, considering the context in which we had first met you, that having information was more important than being polite at that moment.
It's not impolite. Look, you answered the what you did. You didn't answer the why I'm mad at you. Look,
To be perfectly honest, I don't know much about you.
and that's the issue. Now, since this stems from you wanting to know about me, I think turnabout is just in the name of fair play here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna learn about you. Doesn't that sound delightful?
All right.
Now, I don't have a magical sword that will compel the truth. If only. You see Chivalry fall through the ceiling into the pile of tables. Very convenient. The sword of
Can I
Fraggle-
instead roll athletics to make a superhero 3-point landing?
Yeah, go for it.
Fuck yeah. Okay.
Little teddy bear 3-point landing is beautiful. Everything is just cuter with chivalry. It's not even fair.
Okay. Chivalry gets 2 sevens.
Chivalry lands in the pile of tables and just obliterates them. It's like a meteor hitting the earth.
Fuck yeah.
You see a
Is there
table just
shockwaves?
fucking peg Johnny Switchblade straight in the forehead, and you see him like ragdoll across the floor.
What is this, Skyrim?
Fuck yeah, Chivalry rocking in with his arbitrary weight.
He's only like 5 pounds, but he was very fast. You see Johnny spit up some blood and teeth and go, all right. There.
It came to blows!
Because this is the type of guy I am going to offer you a choice. You have me unarmed. I think that's pretty uncourteous. So, you have 2 knives, I have 0. You have the puppeteer's sword, and you have the switchblade. The straight razor. Sorry. He said straight razor, sorry.
No, I get it. It's his name. It's all in his name.
Yeah. You have the straight razor. No.
I'll be honest and say I don't really know the difference, but that's neither here nor there. Please continue.
That's fine. I'll be completely honest with you. I do have a distinct preference, but I, in good conscience, cannot deny you a decision. Tom? Avery
Yeah.
can make an empathy check on that statement. Real fast.
2 ones.
He's probably just being extra. It probably doesn't have any deeper meaning.
Okay.
You said that.
So Avery will gesture to hand the switchblade or straight razor back to Johnny.
He looks crestfallen. He doesn't even take it. I mean, he just like lightly gestures to place it on the table. He doesn't even look at it.
Avery will say, I realize that, again, I don't know you well enough to say this. It seemed you were implying that you wanted to use the sword on me, and I can appreciate that, but the sword has already been used on me once and only works once ever per person.
No, actually, I did want the switchblade. I just fucking hate that is the one situation in which I do. See,
Oh,
Switchblade has come to a rather. Let me put it this way. Do you know the second time I got this knife?
I
Do
do
you know
not.
what happened? I don't want to say a friend, because I don't know if he's capable of making friends, but it was a silver tongue, quite like yourself. Charming to the nth degree. He was trying to cut out his tongue with it. You see, when you can deny a person who they are, when you can just compel them, it kind of screws with how you view things like agency and a sense of self. And we're social creatures, humans. You deny that in others, you start chipping away at your own core. Do you get what I'm saying? He's gonna wait for an answer.
Oh, I did say something. I guess this guy, I just said yes, but kind of quietly.
Okay. Johnny gently places a hand on the knife, and it seems like it's almost floating over his fingers versus every other instance you've seen where he's had to fight this thing tooth and nail to get it to do anything. And you see it just glide open. Now, I stopped him from cutting out his tongue, because I'm a nice guy like that. I am a fucking saint. But here's the thing, I don't know if that was right, because the mind follows the body. And he gently takes one of your strands of kelp in his fingers and goes, I think I might have a solution here. What do you think?
As soon as he. So Avery will not know exactly what he is implying because I don't, but will Chivalry have any insight into this as Chivalry has a better idea of what Avery is?
So yeah, I'm gonna say like Chivalry should just have this because he's had similar thoughts in the past, even if they're far, far removed and far, far more reasonable than whatever the fuck Johnny is saying. Um, Johnny, as far like Chivalry thinks Johnny might be talking about Avery's inhuman nature, like the Court of the Kelpie influence on his blood.
Yes.
Um,
That-
I'm going to need a Chivalry to make an empathy check with, I'm going to say, like, 2 bonus dice because it's coming from a similar cloth here.
Okay.
Ha. Buff.
I know, right?
Puppet. Nice.
So then Chivalry gets 4 9s.
Jesus. All right. Johnny is being as generous as he can with the interpretation, and he is basically he's taking the position that he doesn't think Avery's actions are inherently his fault. He thinks maybe he was, in the same way you don't fault an addict for making poor decisions to escape withdrawal. He is not faulting Avery for his lack of empathy, but his blood, I guess. That being said, his proposed solution then becomes 1,000 times more concerning because how the hell is he going to exercise Avery's inhuman nature?
I send you information on the curse that binds Avery to Chivalry?
Not.
Okay. I don't currently have easy access to that, what with all the various computer shuffling I've had to do. But I need to know how Switchblade power works because the external power that forces the two of them together has like 80 dice.
So I will say, whatever Johnny does to you, the curse will be there at the end unless you take certain actions. However, it will have drastic short-term impacts on your character if you do not resist. I will not. your character will be significantly impacted for at least the short term.
Okay.
Not necessarily in a negative or positive manner, but you will be different.
From a pure metagame perspective, if he removes the blood that causes Avery's nature, will I get the points for the powers that were directly designed off of that nature back?
You will get, we'll call them consolation prizes. You will get something to offset the loss of points, but you won't get a say in what they are.
Okay. So, well, before we continue, has Charlie observed this, and how are things going in the candy shop?
Yeah,
That's what I was about to ask.
Empathy check for me?
Me?
Yeah, Seth.
Can't Seth read lips?
I can, yeah. But
Yeah,
I
you
don't
c-
know if I have the sight for that.
The issue is they're also jaunting, so he's getting snippets of conversation. I will say, you do see that Johnny Switchblade has his knife again.
Okay, how do you like 5 10s?
You've Johnny
Also, I gain a
Switchblade is
willpower.
obviously menacing right now. This is very likely to degrade shortly.
I'm just gonna look at the situation. I'm gonna sigh. I'm like, I should probably go in and stop them. I still don't think we should beat them to death, but if it comes to that,
Oh, I'm not on the way. What do you think? Propulsion and Jack Tanner.
Bob?
Bob, you there?
Bob?
Bob might not be back yet, and also Propulsion never introduced himself as Propulsion. He would have introduced himself as David.
David.
David, yeah, what do you think? This guy's threatening a friend. What do you guys think?
There's a lot of ways we can come at this, but the only way I can think of is Eddie kind of just like sets up and starts putting fire out of his hands. Like, I'm just gonna go in there and see what happens.
Ooh, is that how Propulsion flies? Is it like a fucking Iron Man kind of thing?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's very cool. Alright.
Right, yeah, I'll step in. Or try to.
Alright. We'll do this in order. Immediately you guys realize you did not come out in the same places. Propulsion,
Lovely.
you jet in, and as soon as you cross that barrier, you find yourself less than a foot away from solid concrete.
Well, stop.
Alright.
Remember Aileron Jackson.
What power do you use for movement? What dice pool does it have? And is it full power only?
Power for movement. Jet flight. 6 hard dice. Focus.
Hard dice?
Focus. Irreplaceable. Obvious. High capacity mass. Mass +2.
Did you use the hard dice when you took off?
Yeah. It's not full power only, so I don't have
It's hard
to.
dice, though.
Give me 1 second. I have to check this. So hard dice, when you launch, you have to go max speed.
Yeah, I have 7 coordination. I can react to this, right?
You can, absolutely. It's just I have to look up the fall damage rules real fast.
Well, I don't have to go the maximum distance.
Yeah.
This game has
Yeah, you
fall
do,
damage?
don't you?
I go max speed. I can react to it and use it again to go up instead of straight.
Yeah, but there'll be a penalty dice for being sudden.
Okay.
And I don't want to do fucking physics 108 math here to determine like what the tangential velocity is going to be, so I'm just going to subtract dice here. Let's see here. Okay.
So I'd be going 1 dice fast into the wall.
2 dice. It would be 2 penalty dice.
You said 1.
Oh fuck! Did I? Okay, yeah, I'll stick with what I said. You know what? My fuck up. Your success. 1 penalty dice. It's not gonna be a 1-to-1 elimination because you're. Are you going back, which will create like sudden G-force deceleration, or are you going like up at a 90-degree angle? Because you'll still skim the building then.
Up at a 90-degree angle. It's better to skim the building than to take the G's, because I might pass out from the G's, but I'll lose some skin from the skim.
Very good call. All right, what's your body score? What's your athletics?
Body is 7. No athletics, but I have endurance.
All right, make an untrained athletics check for me.
All right. Um, 4 force.
All right. You managed to save this at about the best you can. By the time you finish coming through the portal completely, you're maybe like 6 inches from the building. You kick on your thrusters at the last possible second. You spin out across the building. You do skim your right arm and left leg a little bit. You're going to take 2 killing to your left leg and 3 killing to your right arm. But you managed to stabilize almost immediately. You feel like if you couldn't react to bullets being fired at you, that would have been almost lethal.
That's why when he's flying at Mach speeds, I put 5+ body on him.
Yeah. Alright, Charlie, you step out into a room that is absolutely just caked in cocaine. You see a man face down in an almost Scarfacian level of excessive cocaine.
Does he notice me?
He is face down in a Scarfacian amount of cocaine.
Even if he was looking at you, he wouldn't notice a lot of stuff.
Fair. Is there an exit in this room?
You appear to be on the... this is actually... this building appears to be like built like spaghetti, flopping around and moving, but gravity seems to be stable in the room you're at.
Okay.
You can't see anyone right now. You'd have to start like putting glass out.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna start doing that. I just wanted to find a door first.
The windows are busted open, if that helps. You don't.
Okay.
This isn't like a standard building. Like you're not sure this is actually like a real building.
Okay. What can I see outside the windows?
Thousands of buildings and like a cityscape that's bending in on itself. You actually cannot see any of your teammates where you are right now.
Okay. I'm gonna start like poking little tiny glass bits. Honestly, if I can do it in windows, I'm gonna do it there so that it's less destructive. And just start branching so I can see as much as possible until I find someone.
Alright. The second you activate your power, the man erupts from the pile of cocaine, sending a thick, almost solid cloud of it across the room.
I'm gonna stop breathing. And like put my
make a
shirt up
coordination
over my
plus
face.
endurance check to do it fast enough.
How does that work? I actually don't know what adding them together does.
Your coordination dice
Oh, never mind, never
rolled
mind.
with your endurance dice.
I see what you're saying now. Okay. It's only 4 dice.
That's a 50-50.
Believe in you.
And I got 2 10s. I'll take that.
Oh yeah, gain of willpower.
Night of many tens continues.
So with the first bit of glass you made, it didn't fully form quite, but you were able to see yourself and you saw the cocaine thing happen. You were able to get your sleeve up before the wall hits you. And it's like being almost in like a dense fog. You just hear coughing and you go, "Oh God, Jesus. Oh God. I think I saw the Hindu afterlife there. I'm not even... Oh, hey. Hey, you want some cocaine? You see a Johnny Switchblade there. This one looks significantly more human, and in the same way that Johnny almost rocks the absurd suit he's wearing now, this one it just looks like a greasy nobody who is wearing a normal suit and not rocking it at all.
I don't do drugs.
That's fine. Drugs do you, my friend. And buddy, they're interested.
I'm gonna like tilt my head at him. I'm not sure what he's saying there.
I think he's saying the cocaine is alive.
He's gonna like saunter up to you, put his arm around you, and he's just gonna start rambling about the most asinine bullshit you have ever heard about. Full like, it's like what you do, except people find you endearing.
I was gonna say this doesn't actually bother Charlie that much.
Yeah.
Charlie has a new best friend.
I wouldn't go that far.
I will say, due to like the social contract, you're gonna feel a bit awkward breaking the contact. You'll need to make a stability check to stop the conversation and continue what you were doing. Next round.
Okay.
So, getting on to Carronade. Carronade is going to also slam into a wall at low speeds. Carronade is currently falling along the edge of a skyscraper. I'm going to need an athletics check real fast. Body plus athletics. Just a standard one. Bob? Guys, did I drop?
No. Bobby's waiting on you for an athletics check.
Oh boy. Just out of the blue athletics check.
For Carronade, yeah.
Oh, for Carronade.
Yeah, you Carronade came in.
No, he didn't.
He didn't?
He didn't.
Oh, shit.
Carronade has like the super range. He just needs to sit outside pointing a gun at the portal.
I don't think that would go very well.
Okay,
I
sorry.
kind of wonder what would happen if he did, though.
I thought Carronade came in. My bad.
No.
Alright. So we're gonna get to Mr. President. Mr. President comes into a dark, dank, looks like almost like a utility corridor, with hissing pipes, electrical cables, and very little lighting around him.
It's G Slice's native habitat.
Is would I? All right. It's dark, dank. Looks like an electrical closet, basically. I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's like a hallway.
So
It's like a
hallway-based electrical closet.
It's like the tunnels they used to commute underneath Disney World.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I like that. Okay.
The issue is it's very dark, and you do hear the rapid, like, pattering of footsteps, like light footsteps, but very fast.
Okay, I'm gonna put some soldiers down. Tell them to scout it out while I move in the other direction, away from the pattering.
Okay.
Is there any like switch around me that like turns on lights or something?
You feel like you might be able to... You're not going to be able to do normal lights, but Mr. President is smart enough that he feels like he might be able to trigger a kind of controlled sequential overload in the electrical cables and just get some arcs to light up the place.
Okay, yeah, I think that's something in his ability.
Yeah, he has a scavenging background plus hypermind. It should be doable.
Yeah. 5/10s? Oh, did I have to roll for that or no?
No, 5/10s is fine.
Okay.
It'll be a bit strong because if you use your power, it's just gonna show you the most direct route, but that'll be fine for this situation, you think? As long as like nothing goes wrong to disrupt it. Do you want to take that path?
Yeah, because I'm trying to get to Avery since his life was kind of being threatened.
All right.
Are you telling me that Mr. President could have shorted out and killed Inventor this entire time?
Yes.
All right.
I did it by choice.
So, you get some,
Mainly because I was playing the other character.
Tell them it was me. I want them to know.
you get some flickers and flashes. The hallway goes from almost pitch black to flashes of light. And from there, you see the figure that was sneaking up on you at this point. You didn't hear
Okay.
the footsteps. It looks like Johnny, but wearing tattered... He looks like an Urban Decay member.
Okay.
So we're going to name this one Johnny Decay. And the second he sees you see him, he is going to bust out in a sprint and begin running up the wall.
Stop.
Wait a minute. Oh my god.
Alright. I'm going to roll for what I call poor timing. I am going to roll to see if the electrical discharge happens when you speak.
Okay.
If it does, it'll drown out your voice. If not, I'm pretty sure he just auto-fails. Because as we all know, Johnny Switchblade only has 1 dice for everything.
Got it.
So let me roll this here. What's the width on your command, by the way? It's like 10, right?
Yeah. 6. Oh, I got to roll actually. 6 chained to 2. But I got to roll 2 of the die. 4 dice. So 7 dice. 7's the width.
Okay, so the first one gets knocked out by the electrical arc. The second one is chained to it. So since the first one didn't fail to resolve, it just got drowned out. So I will say the second one works in this context.
Okay, it's a chain 2 width, so I don't know if that works.
He only has 1 dice.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yes.
Never mind then.
Of course.
I forgot he has only 1 die.
Johnny's
I was like, he
looking
can
at
roll
one
the
step.
save against the 2. Like, that's possible. And then you're like, no, you can't.
That being said, fortunately, Johnny does have some things in his advantage. He is very lucky. So he was holding on to a pipe to facilitate the wall run, and as he stops, his momentum carries him forward, and he winds up tearing the pipe out of the wall. The corridor is being flooded with steam and water. Which is bad because, again, you just initiated an electrical overcharge.
Yeah. Can I uninitiate? Can I undo the electric? I would. Do I have a round to do that?
You will next round. I will say that is dangerous because it will make the area pitch black again.
It's either that or electrocute.
Use your hyper command to make the electricity behave, but still light the area.
Well, can I see a place in distance that I could run to? That would be safe.
Yeah, there's the end of the hallway, which looks like it leads out to a skyscraper, but that's a straight, 100 yards. This is a pretty large tunnel. It'll
Got
take
it.
you, 2 rounds.
Okay.
Wait, what's your body?
2?
3
I'm a
rounds,
normal
3 or
human.
4.
Okay.
Especially if Johnny Decay is making the area difficult.
Got it. What's in the other direction away from him?
It looks also like a tunnel, but that one isn't as lit up. It seems to go on much further. But you wouldn't have to run by Johnny.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, straight on attacks isn't really John Hannibal Hancock's profession, so he's gonna go the other way then, and sort of I don't know if you allow this set up maybe some traps for Urban Decay Johnny to run into.
Sorry, I just dropped my laptop. What'd you say?
Okay, straight on attacks really isn't John Hannibal Hancock's strong suit. So what he's going to do is actually run away from Johnny and try to bait him to chase him while he sets traps.
Okay. Yeah, that should work. We can do that next round.
That makes sense. Yeah. Switch to someone else's round.
We swap to Avery and Chivalry.
Hooray!
How is Avery reacting to Johnny's proposal?
Well, even though he should, he knows he should be making eye contact with Johnny, but he's just looking up at the knife. Do I need to roll anything to be able to make this argument coherently?
Yeah. You're gonna have to roll persuasion or intimidation if you're going that route.
I'm gonna roll persuasion because I got a lot of that. All right.
Also, just be sure to detail the terms of your argument so I know what to reply to.
All right, give me a second. It's not loading. Okay, 4 5s.
And what are you saying?
So again, while maintaining eye contact with the knife and sweating a little bit, Avery will say, I appreciate the offer I believe you're making, but I'm not certain how much of the nature that I have is related to my power or my friend Chivalry here.
Johnny is going to nod. And he's going to just gently, very gently, place a hand on your shoulder. He's like, I want you to picture this moment. I want you to visualize it and remember it. Because it is here you have made a decision. And it is here I take it away. And the empathy check you failed comes roaring back. You realize the reason he's fucking mad at you is because this is a man who values decisions and self-identity above all else. And he views the knife or the sword of Fraggle Rock's compulsion as having taken that away. He's basically just anti-authoritarian to a weirdly obscure degree.
He does live in a society.
Holy shit.
Does he deflate a little bit after that?
No, I didn't.
Yes,
Avery
please.
didn't say that. Avery's not fucking suicidal. He was holding the knife to his forehead. Now, granted, that's not the usual place, but
Now I really want Johnny Switchblade to meet G-Slice. And
I'm used to people being a little taller. That's why I have my knife to your forehead.
I really want Johnny Switchblade to now meet G-Slice, so G-Slice was like, oh, just like the ideology of the Joker from Batman, like over and over again, just to like really make him angry.
wait, how tall is Avery?
I don't know. I was just making a joke about him putting his knife to your forehead.
Yeah, I wrote it down once, and I don't remember the number. Avery is 6 feet tall.
So, Johnny Switchblade is canonically 1 inch taller than the tallest person in the room.
Sick. I love that.
The only exception is Jericho because Johnny does not consider him a person.
What about Flesh Heap?
Flesh Sheep's height is also variable.
Okay.
Well, it's a good thing he seems to live in this variable city, because that sounds like it would get really goddamn inconvenient if you couldn't change the height of the door frame.
Now, is Chivalry going to stop Johnny from doing his thing?
So, based on what I've heard, it would seem that Johnny has heard Avery's decision and has decided to do the exact opposite of it. Chivalry doesn't want Avery to have this nature, but I don't know to what extent Chivalry would be aware of how important it is to Avery, or if Chivalry would have any experience with a changeling having part of their nature, or like a half-blood having part of their nature stolen from them. So Like, this does more or less match up with something Chivalry wants, but I have no idea if he would think it's safe or not.
All right, let me put it this way. Tom, Chivalry sees a madman holding a knife to ostensibly his friend.
All right, well, when you put it that way, I will roll to parry.
It is the Joker. He does live in a society.
God fucking damn it! Why does
I got
everyone
this straight razor.
Okay,
God, that was
roll,
so good.
roll to parry. Ooh. 4 10s.
Chivalry launches forward, and you said 4 10s?
Yup.
Shit.
I got 3, and then I got a wiggle. This is also the very rare opportunity where Chivalry gets a willpower. It doesn't happen that much.
Okay. Was not prepared for 4 10s. So
4 10s in this economy?
it looks like the pile of broken tables was explicitly Johnny trying to prepare for getting stabbed. Because you see, as soon as the parry comes, he, like, in a very prepared and practiced way, leans back and goes over the table, trying to bring the table up to catch the blade. But he's just a little bit too slow. And instead of parrying, the blade, the blunt end, just connects with his rib cage, and you feel a crack and a shatter as it just punts him back. He is doubled over, curled up on the ground, wheezing. You see him try to get up, but his arms collapse under him as he just cannot stop shaking.
Jesus. I mean, we've done some fucked up stuff, but I think it's the first time we've ever actually seen someone experience internal damage.
I think this is internal damage in a different.
It's Johnny Switchblade. We don't care.
You see Johnny take a few ragged breaths and just get up after, like, using the wall to support his weight. What is Avery's sense for declaration purposes?
Avery's sense is 4.
That's very good, because as we all know, Johnny Switchblade has 2 dice in everything. And he declares it 2 dice now.
Sam, I want you to know that might be this might be the single most threatening thing you've ever said about an NPC.
All right. What are you guys going to do? Next round. If you don't have an answer now, you can think about it, because I'm going to cut to propulsion. I feel like I may have cut out. Did I cut out?
No, Sam, you're fine. I was having the problems.
Okay.
Can't wait to do this live again.
We're doing it live.
All right. So propulsion is gliding on at, like, near Mach speed, and for just a moment, as he glides a bit closer to a building, he sees Johnny dressed in a very unusual manner. It's not purple. He's dressed like a fop. Johnny's
So
a fop.
So he's not wearing the clothes that he was wearing that Charlie described.
No, he's dressed like the fop guys you see all around the town you're in.
Moving on.
Fair and accurate.
As you blow past him, you immediately see him standing perpendicular. He is standing on the glass at a 90-degree angle looking down at you as you blow past him again, and again you see him. It seems like you cannot outrun him, but you can evade him in the short term because you can't move at Mach 2. The issue is, make a perception check for me.
Oh.
Or make a scrutiny check. Sorry, this would be scrutiny.
I was just gonna yell. I'm not gonna help you get over your problems, asshole.
I mean, he's fucking walking to the side of the buildings. You're right.
It's a powerful answer.
2 5s.
So I will be back in a moment.
Alright, so that is good enough to realize that as you go to yell at him, you turned your head away from what is directly in front of you for a second, and as you look back, there is now a building.
Oh, this motherfucker. Alright, I'm gonna fucking attack the building.
Alright, make an attack roll for me.
I'm using his power, not the brawling.
Yeah. Just give me the stats, because I didn't see it.
It is 10 dice on a range, obvious, full power only, horrifying, burn, engulf, and penetration 3.
Okay.
What does burning and engulfing the entire building in fire? What the fuck?
Well, I'm hoping to destroy the building, or at least the part in front of me before I hit it.
Your flight has duration or endless on it, right?
No.
Okay.
But this attack does not have no physics on it. I don't know.
Alright, so you're going forward at Mach 2, I will say.
3 10s.
Alright. So, the G-forces on your body are very hard as the acceleration of this attack counteracts the acceleration that was being hit behind you. Your body is used to it with 7 body? 7 body for?
7 body and 3 endurance.
Yeah. You should be able to weather it just about fine, but the stress is intense as you, with a giant wave of fire, you immediately melt about a giant circle in front of you, and about 100 yards around you see the building fracture, erupt in flames and smoke and cinder as it collapses in from the force of this attack alone. You feel yourself hit the ground hard, barely being able to see past just the flash of this attack. The building is half molten. There are structural supports collapsing around you. You realize you are now gravitationally perpendicular to the building. As you see slag falling sideways across your field of view.
Fuck you and fuck your mindscape.
So it sounds like I've come back to propulsion versus Zangetsu, Johnny.
Johnny the Fop is going to walk up the side of the wall, invert his gravity 90 degrees, and walk towards you. He goes, "Buddy, I don't know what to tell you. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here."
I'm gonna repeat again. Fuck you and fuck your mindscape.
Johnny is gonna lean against a grand piano and is like, "Alright, if you want to do it the hard way." As the piano's gravity shifts and launches towards you at a 9.8 meters per second squared.
Alright, I'm actually gonna punch it this time.
Alright, we'll cut back to the punch connecting, just have the roll queued up.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
This one's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Alright.
Well, no, he has go first +3 on his punch.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. All right, so Charlie, we're getting back to the cokehead, Johnny.
Okay, so I have a question. I wanted to ask if I could have done this at the end of last round, but I didn't because I didn't want to interrupt anyone else. Can I turn myself to glass?
Yes, yes, you can.
Okay, cool.
You enter your glass form, becoming immune to the cocaine.
Yep. um. So I'm gonna.
You
I'm
do
gonna
need to
like.
make a stability check to violate the social contract.
So I'm gonna see if I can get around that. I'm gonna pat him on the back because I think that's the proper way to tell someone you want to say something in this situation.
All right.
If this works, I'm gonna be fine with him keeping his arm around me for the time being, as long as he doesn't seem threatening, which I think I would notice. Um, I'm gonna see if that gets his attention or not.
Okay. So, Johnny is now rolling 2 wiggle dice for empathy, because I forgot to mention all of Johnny's dice are wiggle dice.
Okay.
Uh,
Actually, I think I knew that, but yeah.
the issue is he is taking 1 penalty dice from the cocaine.
I see.
He has
Okay.
misread this horribly and aggressively pats you on the back.
Okay.
Now, a question I have asked and never gotten the answer to. When you enter the glass form, is your glass eye still a separate piece of your body?
I don't
It's-
remember you asking this before.
I thought I did. Is it a separate piece of your body still? Because it is a focus. And you have in the past told it, stop with the integration shit where you're dragging the
Yeah.
glass
Yeah, I
objects
think
into
it
your
would
brain.
be. Yeah.
Okay. So, Seth,
Mm-hmm.
your glass eye pops out as he slaps you in the back of the head.
Okay.
You are going to need to make an athletics check to get it.
All right. Let's see. Athletics is body and athletics, so
Mhm.
I'm going to burn a few willpower to get extra die.
Very cool.
This is unfortunate. I rolled 5 and got no matches.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Um, so this isn't a matter of you being incompetent. You are dead set going for the eye. You would have gotten it if Johnny hadn't gone, "Oh my god, I am so sorry," and immediately tried to reach for the eye as well.
Perfect.
Slamming his head into yours by accident.
Okay.
Take 1 shock to the head.
Yeah, that's fine.
Funniest encounter.
You know what? I'm gonna pop a healing candy real quick.
Does healing candy heal glass?
Oh, I was thinking I'd switch back after that popped out.
You don't
Okay,
have your artifact. You can't.
gotcha.
I mean, we've discussed in the past they would heal chivalry.
No, my glass actually specifically turns off healing.
Okay.
You don't feel like your life eking away from you, so somehow
Yeah, no, I know.
you're still fine, but
I mean, it's just 1 shock to the head. Like, that's not that bad.
it's not. So the issue is your glass eye is very, very slowly rolling across the floor. Remember how the window to this place is blown open?
Yeah.
You have 3 rounds before it falls off the edge.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm assuming we're moving on, or before I can go get it back.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, think of a plan,
Yep.
and then that'll be your next round. All right, we're getting Mr. President. Chris, what traps did you have in mind for Mr. President to set against Urban Decay, or sorry, Johnny Decay?
Okay, so I imagine electricity sort of gives it like a daze effect when it happens. So I'd like to do the same thing I did, except for set it off so that it's timed so that it will activate a few seconds afterwards and stay activated. So he has to go through it. There's
Okay.
also one other thing I'd like to yell backwards while I do this, if you would allow me.
Sure.
Using persuasion.
Using persuasion, I can't. It would have to be a multiple action roll.
Okay.
So you would take your 2 dice pools between the mind and knowledge, electrical engineering, or electronics, whatever.
Take the smallest.
Take the smallest. Take 1 penalty dice, and then you have to get 2 matches.
Okay, I will do the trap next turn.
Okay.
I want to try saying, what if you come to hate the person you become? Because I remembered last time that it turned him into a pile of soot.
All right.
And I'm gonna
invoking magic you do not understand. Go for it.
I'm gonna use the chain effect with my persuasion. So it's 11 hard dice with 5 hard dice chained.
All right. Okay. So you see it stop him for just a second. You see the walls begin to melt a little bit as
Fuck.
visions of the past and future fly by you. You don't quite comprehend everything you're seeing. Your hypermind does allow you to pick out more than most would be able to. This Johnny is from much, much earlier than the Johnny you guys met. Those words do not have the same effect because he hasn't become anyone yet. He's still just awful.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm thinking this is the mindscape. Did I say it loud enough for other Johnnies to hear?
No, we're still going up of
Okay, that's fine.
persuasion range rules. I will say, it does stun him for a round, and for a moment you do see a Johnny, like a third Johnny, so to speak, a Johnny that is on a hospital bed, much, much older than he should be. Also, he looks like he's been burned alive from the inside out by something, hooked up to a number of tubes, machines, wires, everything you can imagine. And you just see like this rasping, dying man before he's just gone. You don't know if that's useful, but you feel like it might be.
Okay, so I saw like an older Johnny dying to burns, hooked up to test tubes.
When I say older, I mean older compared to Johnny Decay.
Okay,
It's still within the age range of Johnny as you've heard him described.
got it.
So you got timeline homework. All right.
Yeah, thanks. Also, I'll keep running down the hall
Got
just
it.
so you make a little more distance between us. That way, I can set the trap a little easier next turn.
All right. You see your soldiers are doing a good job keeping Johnny Decay at bay for the round.
Okay.
You see scrapes of almost like claws almost on metal. The superheated steam is doing a pretty good job of wiping out your soldiers en masse. By the time the steam clears as you look over your shoulder, you don't see Johnny Decay anymore. You just see a torn down chunk of the ceiling.
Nice.
It looks like he wasn't able to take any like serious actions this turn, so he just used his movement to get into the ceiling.
He's in the
Okay.
walls.
All right. You are now running down the hall. Let us get to... wait. We did... Sorry, I when I dropped my laptop, it reset the turn counter.
I believe we're back to
Back
Avery and
to
Chivalry.
Avery.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
gonna say. I'm pretty sure the last round go round was Propulsion having a piano thrown at him, and then it went into Chris.
And Charlie
Glenn and
got his eye
Seth
knocked out.
dying.
Okay, so it goes Avery. We're gonna do. Sorry, I have to redo this. It's gonna be Avery, Propulsion, Charlie, Mr. President from now. Sorry about that. I had to redo it. I shouldn't have dropped my laptop. All right.
Yeah, just don't have accidents next time. Come on.
Yeah, I know, right? All right. So Johnny is standing up. He is still shaking. He is not. Like he obviously does not have hyper command or anything keeping him on his feet besides will and just being the type of person who has regularly gotten the shit beat out of him for most of his life. He's gonna go, alright. 2-on-1. Your funeral. He is going to take a half-lit blunt out of his jacket and just drop it on the ground. The half-filled canisters of gasoline I mentioned earlier in the smell, the room immediately begins igniting.
Oh no.
Okay. All right. So he's still quite wounded.
Yeah, but see, the issue with Johnny is it's not that he's tough per se, it's just where most other people would die, Johnny's like, I'm not even hurt. I'm fine. He's that kind of fighter.
Okay. Are there any doors in this room?
Yeah, since you punched Johnny, you do actually notice there is a door behind you now.
Okay. I would like to take an action with Avery and Chivalry working together, if that is all right.
That is perfectly fine.
I have to disconnect for just a second. I'll be back.
Okay.
Seeing the exit behind Johnny, Avery and Chivalry will both go for it. But before they do, they'll go at Johnny. Chivalry will try to knock him over. And Avery, and while Chivalry's doing this, Avery will try to grab the switchblade.
All right. Give me either a weapons check or a brawling check from Chivalry. Now, is Chivalry trying to knock him prone or just shove him back?
Knock him prone.
All right, that's going to be a penalty dice for the knockdown maneuver. So he's going to roll his dice pool -1. And that'll
Chivalry gets 2 7s.
Okay, that'll be contested with Johnny's dodge. He has 2 wiggle dice in dodge currently, so he is going to just narrowly evade that attack.
Okay.
It's like Chivalry comes up with like a flying roundhouse kick to the head. It connects with Johnny, but he is limber from the amount of narcotics he is on and just slides under it.
All right. So if he only has 2 wiggle dice and he already dodged...
That means he cannot resist you taking the knife.
All right. What would you like me to roll for that, just so that we know?
Just brawling. Just brawling with a called shot. So, because you're going for the knife. So it'd be a called shot. You don't have to designate a hit for it. We're just saying...
what is called shot? Add a die or remove a die?
It removes a die. It's a maneuver.
So Avery will will then have 1 die to roll for this.
You can burn willpower to add dice to the pool.
Okay, I'll burn... I want a pretty good chance of this. I'll burn 3 willpower.
Hey,
Avery is...
for me.
Avery is pissed, and he gets 2 5s.
You managed to snag the knife. Like I said, he's on narcotics. He's very limber, but he's very loose. The knife almost slides right out of his hand as you get it.
All right.
Johnny's gonna like raise his empty hand, look down at it, and go, alright. Kinda clever. Not gonna lie. That being said, you think I need that thing to take you on? The answer is yes. Of course it's yes. It's vital to my plan, absolutely. That being said, you're still a dick. Johnny Switchblade, since 2 people took actions against him, gains 2 wiggle dice. He is up to 4 dice now.
Okay.
So, let's see here. Let's do the math. What is the lowest stat on Avery?
Avery's lowest stat is body at 2 and also command at 2.
All right. Since Avery and Chivalry are the only ones there, you can make a scrutiny check next round to try and see if you can suss out what's happening here, if you would like. If you want to try and figure out what ability or power is letting him do this.
Okay.
Or you can do other things. I will give you some time to plan around it, okay?
All right.
Propulsion, we get to your punch. What was the width on the punch? Bob?
The punch was 6/10s.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. With almost like a machine gun flurry of blows, because 6/10s, you can do whatever the hell you want with that. The force obliterates this piano in a halo of just impacts and fire as your propulsor forces your hand forward. As the almost musical destruction of this piano concludes, through the faint cloud of smoke and debris that used to be a solid object dissipates from the force of your blow. You see a flying jump kick from Johnny the Fop connect with your skull.
Okay.
Do you have any passive dodge or anything I should know about first? I haven't
No.
seen the propulsion sheet. Okay. So it's 4 wiggle dice for all the Johnnies now. It is going to be at 1 penalty dice because he is doing Mighty Blow. Vicious Blow, to change his damage from shock to killing. So that'll be 3 killing to the head.
Okay.
You should have a healing candy from Sweet Tooth if you want to pop that this round.
I'm still up.
I know, but just because it takes a round and it has duration. Is all.
No.
Okay, good, cool.
Bob ain't no fucking coward.
I know he isn't. Believe me, I know.
I also currently have like 12 willpower, so
Yeah, he's probably fine.
I don't give a flying fuck.
Yeah. Alright,
Speaking of flying fucks,
go for it. Hit me with the, what do you do in this combat? What's your sense, actually? Because Johnny might be higher now.
5.
Alright, Johnny declares first. So, things you see happening this round. Johnny is going to attempt to kick a piece of rubble at you, but your sense is high enough that you realize he's just trying to distract you from the fact that a piece of steel structural support, like an I-beam almost, is half melted from your power, and with the weird gravity that's going on, it looks like it's going to come at you from behind. It looks like he's trying to bait you into avoiding the rock, so the I-beam just nails you.
Multiple actions.
Ow.
Did you drop your computer again?
No, I dropped my me.
Oh,
Please quote that, Seth.
I already am.
So multiple actions.
Okay.
Punch.
Just punch.
Just punch. I'm doing 2 punches because it doesn't matter because I have go first +3 on my punch.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
I have 3 levels of go first on my punch. I'm punching him first.
Yes, you are.
So we've got 6 4s and 4 10s plus 3 on the go first.
And what damage do those do? These deal shock and killing?
I think so because I have 7 body.
7 is just killing. It's
Okay, they
AC
do.
to shock and killing.
They do killing, but they also do burning.
Okay. I see.
Sick.
Yeah, that's pretty good. All right.
And they have speeding bullet.
So Johnny the Fop is tougher than most Johnnies, so he is still up. He can't defend against that, but it definitely feels like you're punching something tougher than flesh when you hit him.
But I'm in his face,
Oh yeah,
so
you're in his face, and he is. Let me put this.
So-
You feel his jaw shatter as your fist connects with him.
so as an aside to this, I'm also dodging the rock he kicks at me.
So let me put it this way. Your punches are faster than his kick. You punch him before he is able to do the kick. Now, that being said, the I-beam thing is still happening.
Oh, I thought since he wanted me to dodge out of the way, that
He
it was
wanted you
coming.
to dodge the rock so you wouldn't dodge the I-beam.
Okay, I thought like because dodging the rock would take me out of the way of the rock and move me into the I-beam.
It is a molten I-beam. It is very large.
I mean, I-beams aren't that
It's
big.
not like trying to spear you. It's like.
Oh, I mean, but okay.
This is like it's gonna hit everything type I-beam.
Whatever.
Sorry, I should have specified.
I thought he was trying to spear me with the I-beam, not drop an I-beam on me lengthwise. But
That's
Bob,
good.
multiple actions again and punch harder.
well,
Idea. Bob, Bob, if I may, you could just punch the I-beam.
I can lose a dice and
It's
punch him
happening in the
again.
same round he punched Johnny. So,
Yeah.
He did multiple actions, though, didn't he?
Well, yeah, but that just gives me 1 extra action at the cost of 1 dice.
yeah. So basically, since he did that, he was able to do 2 hits on Johnny, and since Johnny was doing a maneuver, he had a penalty dice, and then since 2 hits happened on Johnny, he took damage.
Got it.
twice,
He had
which
no
knocked
dice
2
left.
things off his
I
dice
see.
pool, so his attack failed. So Johnny doesn't get a turn because Bob did the 2 punches. The I-beam is still happening though. The issue is Johnny now no longer has movement, so he is also getting hit with the I-beam.
And I have 12 willpower and 7 base will that I'm 100% willing to burn.
So Propulsion essentially, if we read his actions as in character, has decided, you know what? I think I'm tougher than this man. Kamikaze.
I know I'm tougher than this man. Fuck you and fuck your mindscape.
All right. The I-beam comes down and almost bisects you guys. It's gonna be 7 shock and killing to the torso.
Oh,
With
hold on.
2 levels of penetration since it has heavy armor too.
Well, I don't have any armor, so
Johnny does, I have to say it.
okay. I was gonna say I don't have any armor, so it's wasted on me. Let me just take a look at a hit location diagram.
Body has 10.
Yeah.
Oh, body has 10.
Body
Yeah.
is 10.
I'm not burning any willpower on this bullshit. Let's go.
7 shock and killing.
Oh.
7 SK.
Oh. Okay.
Don't
Okay.
die.
Okay.
Stop it.
Okay. Let me just look up the willpower rules.
7 shock is 1 to 1. It's 2 willpower for a killing.
Okay, so I can just burn 7 will. I'll be at 5.
And you'll be up, yeah.
Actually, I'll be at 6 because I rolled 10s.
Oh yeah.
So I'm at 6,
Okay.
and I'm still up.
Alright. The I-beam slams into your back and Johnny's midriff as it just hammers you guys. It slams you guys through a solid wall of concrete. Fortunately, your attack weakened it enough that it didn't add to the damage at all. But
Just a quick 1-2 jab.
Yeah. You guys fall about 10 feet, slamming into a dance floor, both knocked prone. That brings us to Charlie.
All right, I'll be right back.
Alright.
All right. So I am going to run and step in front of the eye so I can block it, like with my foot before reaching down to grab it. As I'm doing that, I'm going to like motion for Johnny to stay where he is, and run and grab that.
Okay. I will say, you can auto-succeed this action if you allow yourself to fall prone and block it with your entire body. That will have you knocked prone this round, though.
I am okay with that. I have no intention of fighting him.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, so I'll just do that and pop the eye back in.
All right. You'll have to get up before you can do that because it's like you getting up on your feet with and getting the eye. You just stopped it, so it'll be
Okay.
a full action, a full other action to get the eye and
Okay.
put it back in because it's a attunement round basically.
Yep.
So as you're doing that, as you're getting back up, eye in hand. A foot stomps down on your arm. This is not the shoes of the Johnny you were just with. Do you take any actions immediately before getting more info?
No, I'll look up and see who it is.
So this Johnny is much rougher than the one yet. He looks almost like an Urban Decay member.
Okay.
Sorry.
In fact, you don't see Cokehead Johnny anywhere in this room.
Okay. Lovely.
He leans down and in a soft voice just says, "Hey, Charlie, I'm really sorry about this, man." And then pivots to kick you in the face.
Okay. I mean, can I ask him a question before he does that?
Yeah, he's sympathetic enough that you can do that.
I was like, hey, do we actually have any issue? I tried to prevent them from fighting you.
Okay. So we're going to make a persuasion check to see if you can get that out before he kicks you in the face.
Okay.
Width is all that matters. He is actively holding back on this kick, so it's gonna be slow.
Okay.
Let me know if you get any matches.
Okay. Let me check. I have 7 die.
On
I
persuasion?
have. Yeah.
Holy shit. All right.
I have 4 charm and 3 persuasion.
I forgot about that.
Hey, he
Wait,
used to
what?
be a salesman.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
All
kid.
right.
Hell yeah.
Uh, so I got 2 5s and 2 4s.
Width is the only thing that matters here.
2.
Okay. 2 5s. Technically speaking, this roll would be 2 10s, but Johnny is very sympathetic to you. He's gonna hear about like the first half of that before his foot connects with your face,
Okay.
and then he's gonna stop and go, "Wait, what did you just say?"
I was like, I was
Uh,
actively trying to prevent people from fighting with you.
Oh, I will say you take 3 shock to the head.
Okay. I'm gonna use a willpower to buy one of that off.
Okay, he's gonna stop and go, "Oh, fuck! I've made a terrible mistake."
Can I like reach to put my eye back in? Or
He's
is
gonna
he
put a
gonna?
hand up and say, "All right, just don't interfere with anything else that's happening. All right."
Okay. I mean, if it stops you from fighting me, if you could harmlessly kick me out, I'd be okay with that. I seem pretty isolated here. I don't know that I can help people.
You absolutely can. All right.
I have no quarrel with you. I'm just trying to prevent Avery from getting hurt. I was hoping to diffuse the situation by talking, but I don't think I'm going to be able to help doing that.
All right, sick. Johnny Decay walks out of the open window and just free falls.
Oh, okay. I'll pop my eye back in.
All right. You are left alone in a blasted out hovel filled with cocaine.
Score.
Seth?
Mm-hmm.
You gain about 6,000 pieces of 8 worth of cocaine.
Great.
Is that
Um,
a lot of cocaine or a lot of money or?
that isn't that like not that much money?
See, here's the thing. It's not that much money, but
I'm
that's
guessing
because
that's just-
cocaine is very cheap in the city. It's about 60 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah, the city's all about them good berries instead.
I actively don't want that.
I know. Just...
How does he add this to his inventory? Does it like
Throw it out the
magically
window.
tie itself up in a sack?
Actually, yeah. I'll just like. Is it in a sack or like? Is it just what's in the
I
room?
only included the bricks that were intact and unopened.
Okay.
Or sorry, 6 pounds, not 60 pounds. Jesus Christ, Sam. Holy shit.
Yeah, no, I'm just
So-
honestly, I don't want to mess with this guy's stuff. I'm just gonna leave them where they are. I don't want that. No, thank you. In his 300 years as a homeless person, Charlie saw enough people that had a real bad time with drugs, and luckily never got into them himself. He'll stay away.
Very cool. Gain a willpower.
200 trillion miles away and several right angles from this location. Jose smiles and doesn't know why.
Jose doesn't have many causes to smile, but now he feels a cause and he smiles anyway.
Oh, I love that.
Jose gains a willpower?
Jose will remember that.
Hell yeah.
By the way, I'm putting down that Jose gained a willpower. You don't know what you've done.
Absolutely. All right.
It's
That's
gonna
enough
come
for
back.
what?
I'm interested to see how that one comes back.
That's
This
enough
man
willpower for him to fight the Iceman again.
Actually,
Oh,
hold on. He has 6 willpower. Fuck yeah, he can do it. He has 6 willpower and 2 base will. He can do it.
Oh, jeez. How much did he burn?
He burned like 20 willpower.
It takes 10 willpower around just to survive near the Iceman.
That sounds like a bad time.
I think he had like 20 willpower and 7 base will when he fought the Iceman.
Now he doesn't. All right, moving on.
That's some trauma.
So we cut to Chris. What is Mr.
Hey.
You're making an athletics check to keep running, right?
No, I was just running at a pace where I don't have to get an athletics check.
Okay. So we got 20 to 30 yards in this terrain. It's a little bit difficult, a little bit dark.
That's fine.
Okay. Are you setting any traps along your way or throwing out any soldiers to slow things down?
Give me a second. Looking at my inventory. I don't have the fops gun. I got rid of that. Oh wait, no, I do have the fops gun back.
Yeah.
Does it still have the scary 7th bullet?
It does have the scary 7th bullet.
Wait, no.
Wait, no. I used
You
the scary
fired
7th bullet. That was horrible. I never want to use that scary 7th bullet again. You know what? After that fight, I definitely gave it back to Carronade right away and said, "Fuck that gun." It was the most logical thing about that. I'll probably set another little zippy zappy, set a zippy zappy trap,
All right.
and then make my way downtown. Do I look like I'm reaching anywhere?
You have begun to see a light at the end of the tunnel. Running along, you do just elbow junction boxes, tear out wires, wind them into coils, and inducting elements.
I make a quick Tesla coil.
Yeah, you do actually. Arcs of electricity follow behind you as the utility tunnel lights up.
Can see finally.
The Tesla coil inexplicably only does arcs to the tune of Megalovania.
All right. You look like you are right about to get to the edge of the tunnel when a cokehead wanders into your path.
Hey, what's up?
Now, are you running or are you just?
Oh, I was walking. I was walking.
Oh, you.
I wasn't running. I was kind of I saw him jump up into the sky, and I was like, okay, I don't know where he is, so I might as well try to slow in down so that if he's running faster, he'll either appear ahead of me or he's went somewhere else.
Okay, the thing is, Johnny is gonna respond as if you're sprinting at him anyway. He's going to go, "Oh God, slow down!" and then he's going to grab you and fall down the stairs. Make a brawling. You can make a brawling check. You can make a command check to stop him.
I love the character
make-
of comedy of errors, Johnny.
I'm gonna make
Not all of them.
a persuasion. Be like, oh, don't worry, I'm walking.
Walk in here.
I can make command if you want.
Persuasion work.
Yeah, you should just do command. I'm walking here.
I'm walking. I'll
was
roll
good,
the
Tom.
4 dice. Okay. I rolled 2 10s, so that's 8 hard dice plus 2 chain.
All right, yeah.
So he
goes-
really realizes I'm walking here.
He's gonna go, "Oh my God, you totally are, Jesus." Hey, do you know where we are?
No, how are you?
I was sinus deep in a mountain of cocaine. I think I saw the Vada Vagitu. I don't know Hindu. I think that's Shiva. I don't know.
Would
think
I
I'm having a
know
heart attack.
any of the things he says? You know what? I'll give you a quick look around. I used to do some medicine back where I'm from. I'm gonna roll. Can I do medicine check on him?
Yeah, make a medicine check.
This is heart beating at 6,000 beats per second.
There is no heartbeat.
Okay. I roll. I got 4 10s.
You've confirmed there is no pulse.
Sir, I'm gonna need you to sit down for a second.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna say it like I'm actually worried. Sir, you apparently do not appear to have a beating heart.
He's gonna nod as if waiting for you to continue.
This is really bad because it can't push your blood around, and you're probably not gonna live for much longer because of this.
I don't know. I sold my blood like 5 years ago. I've been fine. What's the bad news?
How did you sell all of your blood?
Green Meadows is a hell of a time.
Oh, he says Green Meadows. You friends with Urban Decay?
Who?
Okay, so this seems like a much younger than the Urban Decay version.
Yeah.
Okay. You should check him out. I mean, he kind of is helping stop the stuff going on in Green Meadows.
But dude, they give you just so much shit for mine. Oh, I see. I see how their business model works now. Oh, jeez.
So, yeah, I mean, you should check out Urban Decay. Just tell him that, John Hannibal sent you. He'll take care of you, He'll help you get you back on your feet. Did they get you addicted to drugs there?
I mean, only all of them.
It's a very normal business type thing they do. Makes people come back.
Hey, you're a real stand-up guy. Tell you what,
Do
up in
you
that
want me to help
skyscraper
you,
there,
bud?
there are 60 pounds of cocaine. That's my backup stash. Feel free to dig into it. You've earned it, man.
I don't do drugs, unfortunately, but I can help you overcome your addiction if you'd like.
No. And then he leaves.
Yeah, he has to go chuff a fat dart with Ganzir.
I'm gonna as he's leaving, like, hey,
What?
have a good day.
You too, man. So the issue is, Mr. President... Mr. President, you see the warehouse beginning to creep in around you. Charlie,
So I'm
you see
falling
the
out
warehouse beginning to creep in around you.
Quick, one of you, grab the very small corner of the cooling
I'm
table
gonna
that was
follow
taken.
him.
Actually, can I
I'm gonna
surrender
follow him.
this?
Be like, hey, can I follow you? Where are you going?
I have no idea. I just feel this way's important.
Okay, I'll come with you,
All
and I'll
right.
just follow him. I don't know, and I'll just chat with Cocaine Johnny. Sorry, should I say 70s Johnny? Because cocaine was all the rage back then.
Yeah. You begin to enter what looks to be a hospital. The warehouse begins fading away.
Ah, cool.
You hear the whirring of machines and the incessant rattling and ranting of Cokehead Johnny. Until you.
So what is he actually talking about? Can I understand him?
He's talking about. Okay, so you know what they say about NFTs and how they're the future. How they use blockchain. Burn down a quarter of the Amazon, and you have a Bitcoin picture. Well, I thought we could apply that to money. Real
Bitcoin is money.
Don't lie to me.
I mean, it's not a useful currency in the current timeline, but
Okay, if I walk into a store and I ask to pay for a Lucy with a Bitcoin, I am either going
You can
to
do that
get
now.
No, you cannot. What?
Yeah. And I'll show him, I'll be like, yeah, you can just go down to the 7-Eleven. They now accept Bitcoin. They accept, percentages of Bitcoin.
How? If I offered
Granted,
them,
it's not legal in certain countries.
if I offered someone a fraction of a fucking kroner, I would be shot in the street like a dog. Why
Yeah,
can I
but-
offer them?
But a fraction of a Bitcoin is like, a couple $1,000s.
Why the fuck are we trading currency in fractions?
Why not?
I mean, what do you think a penny is? It's a fraction of a dollar.
All right, I need to roll a stability check for John.
Is this how I defeat 70s Johnny? Is just talking about
Why do you think a quarter is called a quarter?
Okay. Hey Seth, does Charlie accept the call of the warehouse, or does he attempt
Honestly-
to find the cooling
Honestly,
table?
he's just gonna. Oh, if he can see if he can find the cooling table real quick and grab it, he super will.
Oh, sorry, there's something wrong with my mic. I have to. All right, that'll be your new quest. Call of the warehouse is rejected. You stay in the neon hellscape. All right, we get back to chivalry.
Wait, did I break him?
We're gonna resolve that stability check next round.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. You gotta be on my edge of my seat.
Tension.
Yeah, that's how this works. We cut at the moment of highest narrative tension. Alright. So Avery, you have Johnny Switchblade's knife. And unlike before, you feel appreciable power coursing through this thing. You're not sure what you're doing or how you're doing it. You've never used an artifact before, as far as I'm aware, right?
I guess that depends on exactly what the compliant key is.
It's not quite the same, but it might be similar enough for you to get a feel.
Avery will also have held Fraggle Rock a few times, but he's never actually used it.
I'm going to say it feels like the knife is your artifact while you're holding it.
Okay, based on what Avery remembers from the Whalers, that doesn't bode well.
It does not. I'm going to say the knife is at 160 degrees open right now. You feel like all of your actions have an incredible amount of momentum behind them, as if there's an incredible amount of inertia. But that's not quite right. Your initial movements, when you move, it feels normal, but then there's like a lag, and there's just a continuous drain of stamina as you see kind of like multicolored after images of like repeating silhouettes, semi-transparent, trailing your arm.
So there's like a weight to my motions.
There's a weight and multiplicity to your motions. You
Okay.
feel more real than you have possibly since you've come to the city.
Okay. Before I take any actions, I would like to know if I'm allowed to use willpower to buy hard dice.
No, you are not.
Okay.
Can use one willpower to do a called shot.
You don't have to use willpower for that.
Well, you
The
can just
equation
lose a die.
Chris is talking about is using willpower to buy a dice and then immediately spending it to do a maneuver.
Yeah, that's
All right. So Switchblade has 4 wiggle dice in every stat. Avery has the knife.
So you don't know for a fact he has 4 in every stat. You didn't make a scrutiny check.
Okay. I don't think I'm going to be able to pass that very easily. All I know is that he's noticed that he's visibly gotten stronger in the short span of time that's happened here. Does it look like he's getting any weaker when he doesn't have the knife?
Not in that regard. He has not used the knife yet.
Okay. I have no frame of reference for what the knife does either.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever used it where you can see it.
Okay.
Sam, you don't work tonight, right?
I do not. This is my one day off this week.
Okay.
So, how is he looking? Like, I don't necessarily want to do any check. I just want to get as much information as I can get. Does he look like he wants to continue fighting, even when I'm holding the knife?
It doesn't look like he wants to continue fighting. He does want to do whatever it is he set out to do. But you holding the knife doesn't seem to like threaten him in any appreciable way. At least based on like your reactions to him.
All right. Let me quick check something.
Huh!
Okay.
Okay.
Avery will ask Switchblade what his goal here even is. He's not made himself very clear.
All right.
He'll be kind of angry when he says it, like, what the hell are you even trying to do here? What is this?
All right, I'm going to answer this in the most Johnny way I fucking can. He's going to look at you, and he's going to nod down towards the knife, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's going to ask you, what are you holding there?
Your focus. Your artifact.
Incorrect. What are you holding there?
A straight razor.
What is the He kind of like doesn't roll his eyes so much, but he does seem a little bit disappointed with that answer. All right, close enough. What is the purpose of a straight razor? What does it do?
Cuts and severs.
In the abstract sense, yes, but when it was made, when it was designed for use by man, what is its grand purpose?
Shaving.
What is shaving? Johnny lights up immediately. That was the correct answer.
I am honestly befuddled. It's like Avery is very confused at what this guy's getting at, and also still pretty hopped up on how angry he is that someone apparently just tried to kill him. But he'll look taken aback by the fact that that was the answer Switchblade seemed to have wanted, and say it's the act of removing hair from one's body. I don't.
It's removing not filth, but accumulation, grease, hair, things that allow you to define who you are. It is a tool of self-identity. You shape yourself as a sculptor shapes a statue from marble, and you see the true self emerge. That is what that knife is.
That literally sounds like something the Joker would say.
God damn it!
Sam was a willpower.
Just like some madness over such a small object.
I think I'm
I mean, it
starting
makes
to
sense
have
to
an
be
idea
connected
what Switchblade's power might be based on what he just said there.
He can make anyone hairless.
Well, I mean that's a given. Like that just tracks, but it seems like this razor somehow allows him to make himself more real or more closely match his understanding of who he is.
Johnny's gonna drop his fighting stance for a second and go, look, we're gonna fight. That's a given. Conflict is inevitable with how this confrontation is set up. It's not fate, because I don't believe in such a thing, but it is the byproduct of our history. It's where this was leading. Now, here's the thing. Do you really want to rely on a puppet, or... We can settle this face to face, you and me. Now, it will be better for you in the long run, because this puppet, he's way stronger than you, and therefore I am going to be way stronger than you. I'll give you that for free. When I said I was the best, I kind of may have left out the fact that that's a kind of local thing.
Avery will nod.
I do want to
he's
see,
starting to calm down a little bit.
I do want to see what I have here through to the end, but if you can best me, I'll admit defeat. Like, that's true about me.
So no matter what happens here, you want to fight? Is that what's going on here?
Let me put it this way. There is no world in which you will let me do what I want to do to you willingly.
You haven't even really said what you want to do.
That's because
You cut out there.
He's like, he stops. Goes, wait, I totally have. What are you talking about?
It seemed like you were going to remove something from me, remove part of my nature, but you never explained
Yeah,
how
maybe you
or
should.
why. Can I roll something to determine if he's like what that might mean to him? Because I think I'm losing the track of what the hell he was trying to actually accomplish here.
Roll empathy real fast.
Okay. 2-6.
That's intentional. He is fucking with you right now.
That's what I thought.
Everything he said is true, but it's true in the most misleading way possible. You realize there is a very real chance he is just trying to get the knife back. That part about getting chivalry out of here, though, that was true. That was just 100% accurate. With the
Okay.
You don't know why, you don't know the exact mechanics, you can try and figure it out, but you would need a roll. The two things you know for certain, though, one, he is getting stronger, and it is based on you two being here, and two, he does want that knife for something, and it will change who you are.
Okay, it's time to make a character choice of how I want Avery to develop. All right. This is really going to piss Switchblade off. Avery is going to use his order power to make Chivalry leave the room.
Alright. Chivalry's gone.
As he does that, the thing that happened when he first got the power, where for just a moment he was significantly, his face was, he was somewhat taller, significantly more handsome. Just for a moment he was unnaturally, but really like cruelly beautiful. That's starting to happen again. His face stays in the shape of the King of the Drowned for just a moment too long as he glances down at the knife. And then I would like to spend a very large amount of willpower to have Avery try to slit Johnny Switchblade's throat.
You don't need to spend any willpower to do that. Unless you're buying extra dice.
I was going to buy extra dice.
Alright, go for it.
So, what stat? I'm just going for hyper brawling?
It would be melee weapons, so it would be body plus whatever your melee weapon skill is.
Avery isn't trained. Do I take a penalty dice?
No, it just means you can't attempt maneuvers.
Okay. I will just spend a cool, 8 willpower.
You can spend base will to get him wiggle dice.
I'm just gonna roll the dice here, see what my matches are. Wow. Okay.
Good wow or bad?
Good. Wow. 5-8.
Okay. You slash Johnny across the chest. It's a deep cut. You realize you didn't fully understand what the knife was doing as you see that slash repeated and repeated, deepening, hitting slightly off target to do another cut, expanding it until you've basically dug a valley into Johnny Switchblade's chest. It looks like a chainsaw has ripped through him for close to an hour by the time the single slash is finished. By the time it finishes, Johnny is completely bisected, shoulder to hip. Ribs shattered, entrails splattered across the room. And as you look up, you see the confused face of Cokehead Johnny, not understanding what just happened to him. As kind of kickback from the power, you suddenly feel the fatigue of having done that slash thousands of times. Your arm begins shaking as it struggles to hold the knife. It feels like it weighs 1,000 tons. Your heart is pounding. Your bones are creaking. This knife is not kind to its user. You do know for sure, though, in character, the Johnny you have just absolutely murdered is not the Johnny you were looking for.
This is not the Johnny you are looking for.
Either way, Avery will drop the knife, and as he does so, his face and countenance will go back to how it normally is. Anything of his ancestry will disappear as he falls to his knees.
Does that include the kelp in your hair? Does that include the brackish water in your veins?
Those, to my knowledge, are the normal part of his appearance.
Do you want them to go for the time being? It's a
No.
shave. It can grow back.
No.
Okay. As Avery is there on the floor, we cut back to Chris. For a moment. Just a moment, because we are going to propulsion for a full round. Chris, you hear the rattling stop and ranting stop as Johnny fails his stability check and goes, look, money's real, okay? And then he's Johnny Switchblade. Just where Johnny Cokehead was. Sighed, disappointed. Johnny puts a hand on Mr. President's shoulder, like hands on his shoulders, and goes, that was a really fucked up thing to do to the guy. But I just killed him, so, I'm no better.
I say the line.
That doesn't work twice.
Thought I'd try.
No, it's good. Oh, fuck, we're in the hospital. You should not be here. I have to go take care of your water friend, but you should run.
You should stay here and deal with the problem here first for me.
Well, the problem is me, so that ain't gonna work.
You can fight yourself.
I do that every day. Anyway, bye.
No.
Just no.
Can he actually leave?
Well, his ability better than you has just triggered. I think he has more command than you right now.
Mine chains, that's the difference.
Yeah, but the second one's only a width of 2, right?
Yeah, but I have a total. I have 10 command.
plus 2.
Mm-hmm.
So he has more than 12 total?
No, he's just gonna spend some willpower to buy off the remainder.
Okay, so he has to buy a fuck ton off then.
He has 10 wiggle dice right now, because 2, 4, 8.
I've never attacked. I haven't attacked yet.
Oh, okay, wait. Let me see if that matters.
I've only set traps, and I've only talked.
Yeah, but you have... Oh, wait. Have you
Wait.
rolled command on him?
Only that one time, just so I could talk to him. I was initially
That
going to
counts.
talk
You
to
have
Urban
rolled
Decay.
command on him.
I have once.
You have rolled command on him, though.
Yeah, once.
Yeah.
Damn.
So Switchblade's entire power is just that he's always the baddest motherfucker in the room?
As long as it's... Okay. This is out of character, but his power is so long as you are better than him in some way, and you have proven it in that he has failed against you.
He'll meet parity.
I haven't
Over the
used
course-
persuasion against him.
Over the course of a few rounds, he will improve his stat until he is exactly 1 dice better than you.
Cool.
But not like
Is that only paranormally, or like if, say, my persuasion, for example, that I just have more dice than him as a human being, would he match that, or is it only paranormal stuff?
It is only so long as you are better than him. He does not care
Okay.
about the source. And it's also not a paranormal ability. He is just kind of fucked that way.
but it's just regular dice, right? Not wiggle or hard
It's wiggle
dice.
dice.
That's what I thought.
Oh, that's upsetting. Well, oh well. I already knew what I was gonna do this
Can
round.
how about this? What if I grab him and teleport with him?
He's running. He can't teleport.
Okay, I'll run after
He
him.
used the Johnny that was here. He can't teleport again.
Okay, I'll run after him. I'll chase him
You can make a brawling check to hold on to him.
with my slow ass self.
Yeah,
is-
he's standing still right now because you talked.
2
to him.
8s.
All right, you cling on to Johnny as he books it down the hallway.
You've got nice muscles. Wonder
So
what
the
happens
issue
when I
is
compliment
he used
him.
all his command to make the stability check against you earlier. He has none left for this. He begins flexing as he runs. It slows him down slightly.
All those extra contours on his body. Great grab points.
Unfortunately, they're not aerodynamic.
You
All right.
know, if you switch this muscle like right here, like downwards a little bit, so much more efficient.
When you say that, he'll like look at you and then suddenly he has a set of pecs on his shoulder. Just starts growing more and more pecs. He's dimpled like a golf ball, aerodynamic. Read a book.
Read a book. All right.
Part of me wishes I had the 7th bullet, so I could 7th bullet right now.
All right. We're gonna cut to propulsion because I didn't mean to spend that long on that scene.
It's fine.
Propulsion, you and Johnny the Fop are getting to your feet after the ludicrous spill you guys took in that other room.
Did you see the ludicrous display this evening?
Did someone say ludicrous display? Prepare for another one.
Oh, your fucking Final Flash?
No, I haven't built that into this guy yet.
Okay, good.
No, I'm just spending 5 willpower
To do what?
to attack him 3 times with called shot to the chest.
Oh. Cool.
Propulsion doesn't fuck around.
He does not, no.
Propulsion rules.
So that is 3 cold shots to the chest and 2 extra actions.
Okay. So Johnny is going to use block and brawling. He's gonna do. Jesus Christ.
Should he be declaring first, actually?
I think we're tied, right?
Yeah, Johnny has higher sense now.
Okay.
I thought we were tied.
Uh,
Because I beat him last round.
yeah, he gains more dice every round. It's not one every round.
Oh, okay.
It's like 1, 2, 4.
So I'm declaring first.
Yeah.
Alright.
Uh,
Body, I'm going to say 8.
okay.
That's 5. 5. 6.
Okay.
16 eights technically, with 5 in one, 5 in the other, and 6 in another one.
It's a lot of 8s.
Wait, 16 eights? More than 10?
Oh no! Okay, so no, it's for the 3 called shots. I'm putting aside 8,
Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
and then
gotcha.
for the 3 extra actions, it's actually 6, 6, 7.
Got it. Gotcha. Okay.
They're all 8, 6, 6, and 7
All
for
right.
the 3 attacks.
I believe. Okay. Johnny is going to do multiple actions, brawling and block. He is only going to get 1 brawling off because everything else has to be in block. Jesus Christ.
And don't forget the +3 and go first. So it's 9, 9, 11.
Wait. Let me. Oh, he doesn't even get an attack. Johnny is just arms up. Parry. Like, he manages to parry 2 attacks. Straight up stops one with his arm. You feel bones in his arm break as he deflects the attack to there. He. Let's see, 3 levels ago first. He doesn't have full 10 wiggle dice because no one here has 10 wiggle dice in body or 9. Yeah, no, he can't stop the last blow. As it impacts right where the I-beam nearly bisected him. And you feel something shift inside of him as his legs go limp. With the burning crater, you can see his back is slightly misaligned. You have broken Johnny the Fop's spine.
I'm just gonna stand over him and go, "Fuck you, and fuck your mindscape."
He looks like he wants to respond, but he can no longer breathe under his own power.
Where's my guy?
Quick proposition. Use your fucking power to do CPR at 90 hertz or whatever.
I'm just gonna stand over him, just like, "Where's my guy? Where is he?
So,
Swear to me, I'm just gonna collapse on top of him."
you feel Johnny give you a light pat on the back. You know, he doesn't say this, but you kind of just feel the good fucking fight, dude. All right.
Good attribution there, Seth.
Swear to me.
So, we cut to Charlie, who is currently digging around in the.
Actually, I actually had a thought. Can I see where Johnny Decay landed?
So Landed is a strong word because it looks like gravity shifted along the spaghetti string that is this building.
That's fine. Can I see where he is?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna write a message to him in glass. I'm gonna ask when this area leaves, will things in the general area return?
You see him mouth yes.
Cool. Yeah, I don't have to worry about the corner of the table then.
Yeah. I just wondered if you wanted to search the area. Alright, do you embrace the call of the warehouse and return?
I'll embrace the call of the warehouse, yeah. I honestly don't need to be here, and I'm gonna get myself killed if I stay.
That's
Make
fair.
sure to T-pose before teleporting. It's safer.
Oh, that's so good. Alright. Okay. So from there, Charlie is out. Charlie, as you end, you see the vaqueros all have their guns pointed at that thing, and by extension
Actually-
you.
Is there like things that are not made of cocaine in here that I can grab? Just like soft-ish things.
Soft-ish things?
Yeah.
There's a bag of
Small-
half-eaten marshmallows.
Okay, cool. That works. So I'm going to kind of like pull apart some of the marshmallows. Before I go back, I need to make sure I'm not glass anymore, and I'm going to use the marshmallows to plug my ears.
You pop in, Andrew Bird screaming and still echoing. The vaqueros are tuning it out. Reginald is in the scream box that Inventor built.
It's mildly
like they're all
quieter in
probably-
there.
But he's not just screaming, by the way. He's just saying angry words. The issue is they're not in a language. Like, they're words, quote unquote.
Joe Pesci from Home Alone.
Yeah. So Charlie's gonna like walk up to him, like calm him down a little. Was like, it's gonna come back. We're fine. And then just immediately he just stops. He just goes and sits down somewhere, crosses his arm, and waits.
You should be careful with those rage words. We're in the city. There's like a non-0% chance he'll summon an elder god.
He's fine with that.
Fair.
All right. Propulsion. Does he accept the call of the warehouse and go back, or does he get back to his feet and try and find Avery? Bob?
Yeah.
Does Propulsion actually go back to the warehouse now that he's passed out, or does he want to like get back to his feet and try and find Avery?
Let's go find Avery.
Okay, I just needed to know because I needed to narrate if he popped out or not. All right, we get back to Avery. Chivalry steps back in the room and sees the mangled corpse.
He sees Avery lying there next to the corpse. He's trying to pull himself up. He may have been, he was wrong in what his guess of what was going on here was. Like, he didn't have the actual information he needed. Well, he's not fully appearing like the king of the drowning folk anymore. There's more kelp and some ragweed in his hair now. He is drenched in sweat, but most of it isn't actually sweat. Quite a bit of it is just brackish water. And the room just kind of smells of salt water and rotting meat. He should not have picked up the knife, and he's having a lot of trouble coming to terms with what just happened here and the fact that he didn't necessarily want to do what just happened there. Chivalry can kind of, well, Chivalry does know what's happened here. He's seen this before. Like, not this specifically happening to Avery, but he knows exactly what just took Avery over. And while he is trying to help Avery up, he really he's not looking at him. He's trying very hard not to do whatever the puppet equivalent of vomiting would be.
He helps carry you into the hallway. It's there you see Johnny Decay leaning against the wall before shifting into Johnny Switchblade. Didn't feel good, did it?
Avery nods. No, it didn't.
Did you feel
Very
like
shallowly, very weakly.
Did you feel like you were in control of yourself there?
No.
Sucks to not have choice, doesn't it?
Avery would nod again. Looks like he's going to pass out.
Johnny is going to steady you and bring you into a hug. It's okay, man. We've all been there. Trust me, we've all been there, or we will be at some point. Okay? Look. You gotta be careful. You, believe it or not, everyone does have a decision in where they end up. It doesn't feel like it, may not seem like it, but you do. Remember this, okay? You remember what happened here, and you let it help you, okay? Past may suck, but it's a solid foundation. I can't really tell you the lesson, but I hope you know what I was going for here. You gonna be okay?
Avery tries to say yes, but he can't quite get there. He just makes eye contact with Switchblade, nods a last time.
Okay. I'm gonna need my knife back. I want to point out this is the only time in character he's called it my knife.
Chivalry will point back to the room and say it should still be in there.
Okay. If you need me, you'll find me. Yeah, pats you on the back, and next thing you know, you guys are all in the warehouse again.
The echoes of the scream are just now ending.
Mr. President, you fall about 2 feet onto the ground because the Johnny you were holding onto is no longer there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Tallness, Johnny.
2 feet.
I did not consent to this.
Before we continue on, I have an
We have to
incredibly...
end at 10. Like, I can't stay up past
What
that.
time is it?
Not
It's
everyone.
21.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, that is way later than I thought it was. All right, we can...
Yeah, I have to start waking up at 5 a.m.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, dude. I didn't realize it was this late.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Okay, yeah. Let's do experience. First things first.
Well, let Tom ask his question first.
Oh,
I don't want.
sorry.
I just
Yeah.
didn't. I just wanted to continue forever. That was all I was saying.
It's just a goofy little question. You said that Johnny is always the tallest character in a given scene.
Yeah?
Is there a limit to that? Like, if it was only him and Chivalry in a room and there was no one else, would he
Be
be...
slightly taller
how-
than Chivalry, yeah.
So he would shrink?
Yes.
Neat.
The
Well, he
limit
wouldn't
is
shrink.
he has to consider you a person and or he has to respect you.
Oh.
So wait, why was he taller than Avery at that point? Because I feel like he, in that scene, had no respect for him.
But he did consider him to be a person.
That was an and, not a or.
It's iffy on whether or not both conditions need to be met.
Gotcha.
So,
I guess respect their agency is probably the best understanding.
so this session was weird, and I didn't intend for it to be the entire session. So is everyone cool with just getting to experience the session?
I'm cool.
Fuck you and fuck your Mindscape.
It's fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's been my position from minute one.
that's fair.
This is one of the most interesting sessions we've done in a while, I think.
Yeah, I hope it recorded properly. I love it when the Crabgrass Boys destroy reality. They're good sessions.
Wait, hold on. Does that mean Trench can distort reality.
It's Trench. He'll find a way.
Fair
I mean,
enough.
in a way, he's distorting our reality by moving the ground. You know, ground wasn't supposed to move like that. That's a distortion.
Tell that to Lord Mazda Munde.
All
I
right.
don't know who that is.
So, thoughts on this session? Questions? Concerns?
I feel like that would have been a lot shorter if we hadn't tried to get involved.
Nah.
Probably. But then again,
Getting involved was in character and significantly more interesting.
Yeah.
Propulsion would have gotten involved one way or the other.
Yeah, I feel like we it's good that we got involved. It made sense in character.
Mhm.
Like we weren't gonna just let Avery die there.
How
I-
At least like
So-
Mr. President could not just let someone he knows and cares about like die there.
I still don't
considering
think-
everything that's happened here, and I'm sorry to cut you off, Seth, but considering everything that's happened here and how everyone, like Avery's come back haunted, Chivalry's come back like disgusted, everyone's a little worse for wear. And I don't really know how long we were in the Neon world or if they
about a month.
Does
in
time flow the
honesty,
same?
6 seconds. You were in there 6 seconds.
Okay, so what the hell was it? What the hell are Fuck You Bill and G Slice? Like G Slice especially. What's their reaction going to be when they come back?
It's only been 6 seconds. So
Well,
they're
yeah,
still
but I
in the
mean, how long was
warehouse.
their thing?
About a couple hours. We were
Like an hour or two, yeah.
we
Yeah,
were
we're
running
still
through a
gonna- but they're
haunted
still going to
warehouse.
come back, and they're still going to see that we are amazingly fucked up where we
We're
are.
probably not going to be there. when
I
we get
didn't get hurt at all.
Yeah.
Propulsion comes through the portal. I did not consent to this. He didn't consent to being sent back. That's what he's pissed about.
I thought Propulsion was literally about to finish off Fops, Johnny.
Oh no, he finished off and then he went looking for Avery and then got sent back and he's laying there pissed just saying I didn't consent to being sent
Yeah.
back. Fuck you.
Yeah, Fops Johnny is pretty finished off. I feel like a broken spine kind of does you in.
I feel like Johnny
Yeah, that's Johnny's.
Johnny Switchblade is one person, but he's had 3 of the most graphic deaths that have occurred in the entire time I've been playing this game.
Number 4 just being Reginald getting his head ripped off.
Yeah.
There was no roll against that. He just had his head torn in 2.
Yeah. Jesus. All right.
I'm gonna go to bed, but Sam, I have a character idea. I'll shoot you a text later.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Absolutely.
What do you mean Johnny Switchblade kidnaps Charlie?
Chris is turning into me.
What was that?
That's good.
Well, no, this is. I don't know if I'll have the points ever, like anytime soon, to run the plant person, and
Help you.
seeing how close,
Chris is turning into me.
seeing how close my boy John Hannibal Hancock got to dying 2 sessions ago, fighting in the gun duel. I just want to have a backup character just in case.
I have
That's
a
fair,
backup
that's
character.
fair.
Yeah.
Probably better that my backup character never gets played, but I do have one.
Sweet Tooth is so good though.
I have several backup characters.
No, that's not the one I'm talking about.
Oh, main character. Yeah.
Oh, no, don't say his name. It's a secret. It's a surprise if it ever
Yeah,
happens.
Johnny Switchblade too. I just sent you Johnny Switchblade stats. That's the joke, right?
All right. Later, guys.
Do it.
So you,
Yeah.
Later, Christopher. Do it.
So I will ask, did the whole Johnny Switchblade pseudo philosophy, was that cringe or was that actually like mildly engaging?
I liked it.
I didn't
Which
pay
one?
attention to it, and
Talking
Propulsion probably
about-
would have just punched him for it.
Johnny
Yeah,
Switchblade's ideas on the importance of personal choice.
Yeah, no, that was. I thought that was fun.
Case in
Okay,
point, Propulsion would have just punched him for it.
that's fair. Hey, that's your
Propulsion
decision.
like punch people for a lot of stuff.
Bar.
Propulsion would punch someone for asking the time.
No, that's Jose. Propulsion punches people for being too caught up in their own bullshit.
Yeah,
Ooh.
So he might punch someone for asking about time if that someone was Charlie.
Probably.
You need to give him like 10 hard dice and empathy, but super limit it down so he can only tell if someone's self-involved.
I mean, he has, what, 5 command?
Those aren't related.
And 4 wiggle dice and stability?
All right. Self-control.
No, 4 wiggle dice and leadership.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Give them an order. If they say no, they're self-involved. Punch them.
Mr. President's getting punched a lot. Best part is he can't stop it.
I have made the decision here to start Avery on the evil development. Like, this was definitely a step 1, and I do think it's the most interesting thing to do with his character.
Evil,
Right. I need to step away for a minute. I will be back.
Okay.
Yeah. And now I have 14 points to give Avery something to reflect his experience.
Best part is I didn't spend any base willpower after a rest. I'll be back up to 7 willpower.
I spent 8 willpower to use the knife because it seemed brutal and horrific.
No, well, the upside is I didn't spend any base will, so
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I spent almost all of my willpower to actually survive that fight.
Yeah, shit was awesome, though.
Did this fight feel good? I was really iffy on like all of the individual components.
Oh, I was down with this fight. Like
this session had something of everything. It had like incredible action from Bob, like a scary hallway and like a chase scene from Chris, character drama from Avery and Chivalry, and pure comedy from Charlie.
What was that? Comedy? What did I do?
Your entire encounter with Cocaine Johnny was like a bit of brevity over while everything else was pretty hardcore.
Sam,
That's
I'm
pretty on brand for Charlie.
I'm debating because getting the 3 hits in with the 3 called dice, considering how his brawling works, I'm thinking if I should put some sort of like self damage onto it.
Maybe.
Because so the willpower I think had to come from the fact that to get all of that off in the span of 0.6 seconds or however long a round is.
3 seconds ish.
Just about.
So 1 punch per second in the same spot.
1 hurts punch. 1 hurts punch.
He's using the ability that lets him fly to shoot.
Like accelerate his fist, yeah.
Yeah, basically just shoot jets out of his elbows.
Fuck yeah. Propulsion is like Fire Force, except good.
That's fair. Let's see. Yeah.
Fuck it. Happy birthday, Bob. Fuck you, I didn't forget.
Almost. You were this close.
Happy
Happy birthday, Bob. Happy birthday, too.
Thanks.
Say happy birthday already, right?
I think so. I don't know.
This year, motherfucker.
I was thinking, it was this close. Tom was you. I was thinking, like, it's this close. Tom's the only one that's done it so far.
Yeah, I finally got to look at my phone today, and I looked at all my messages, and one of them was like, "It's Bob's birthday. Don't forget." I was like, oh, "Not today."
Not
Alright.
today.
Good night.
Night, Chris,
Night.
get some sleep, man.
I'm really consistent at saying goodnight right after people have left the call.
Yeah, it's a talent you have.
It's a dud. Yeah.
All right, let's vote.
Okay. One question I do have for you guys,
We weren't voting. We just all got 2 points. Remember?
Oh,
because I didn't intend for this to be the entire session. I like it was not. I normally build things to enable voting moments, and also Chris needed to leave early, but I didn't know that when I said that.
I was gonna say I feel like you did enable a voting moment in Best Bit, which I just feel like is fuck you and fuck you Mindscape.
I agree.
It's a strong bit, yeah.
I feel like I want everyone else to get an extra point, like 3 points each, because we all had pretty damn good bits today.
We all got 2 points.
We need more.
We need more, especially if I'm gonna play Jason.
I mean, we don't want to like inflate the amount of points we're getting like too fast. I don't know.
In Chris's
would
notes,
make-
he spelled Johnny 3 different ways.
Fair enough.
So I am kind of sad it ended where it did because there was a chance to learn Johnny's true name this session.
Hey, Sam, I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
What is
one
our
of the-
maximum number of points for new characters right now?
190, I believe.
Okay.
That seems low. It's been 190 for a while.
No, it's 190 starting at the end of the crossover. That's what I built by you, Bill, on.
Yeah, the issue is it's like the next big point increase comes when you guys have the area lockdown.
Okay.
So like when it basically this is a big one, but the when you guys unlock when you guys bring the Hive, Southern Docks, Refinery, Rice Field, and there's one other settlement, but I'm blanking right now. I think it's Shrimp Town. I think that's included in the Hive area. You guys will basically have unlocked the Sunken Ghetto.
So currently, to play Jason, I need our new character points to be 275.
Yeah. That's why I was trying to introduce the property management mechanics, because once we unlock like the Sunken Ghetto, that unlocks the third character slot. You get a point increase there, and that unlocks
I thought the Sunken Ghetto was just a different name for the flooded district.
No,
it's a
the
specific
ghetto is an entirely different place from the sun.
So it's kind of a square rectangle type thing. Kind of like how the mall and the stadium are both part of the middle slums, and the middle slums are a section of the residential district. The Sunken Ghetto, so like the Hive and the Hub are both part of the Sunken Ghetto, which is a part of the flooded district. Compared to the northern docks and the southern bog, the Sunken Ghetto is in the middle. It's not as rural as the southern bog, and it's not as put together as the northern docks, but it's a nice middle ground.
Okay.
The issue is, it's also like politically just the most shattered region in the flooded district.
I see.
It has the potential to be the strongest district, but it's a long road.
Let it be known that when we do get a third slot, that character will just be the compliant key of Solomon.
Hell yeah.
And once I do that, because the compliant key got a brownie point, and now the chain has a brownie point, I need to consider something for the chain that could also turn into a character.
No. Idea. Wallet chain for the consolidated key of Saruman.
Damn.
I already had a different idea that I wanted it for an idea that I wanted for it for Bill.
I'm so upset that you took that in just such a flat way. I expected like some sort of like laugh at least.
I want you to know there was a response. It was not something that will be picked up by my microphone, and it is not necessarily a humor response, but I did have a response when you said it.
Okay.
Which is to say that when you said it, I ripped ass.
Jesus fucking Christ, Tom.
This is not a joke. This is a thing that actually happened. I don't know what that means.
I think by the time we reach our third character slot, I'll actually be able to play Jason.
But so far, my idea for the chain was Bill wraps it around his hands because that seems like a Bill kind of thing to do, and it lets him do shadow boxing, where if he punches your shadow, it binds that person into that position they were in for a short period of time.
I feel like you would be better off just making a separate character for that. That seems off-brand for him.
I just like the idea of having it as a tool that would be available to any hyper-brawling character in the party. Because anyone
Hyper-brawling,
can...
you say?
So, the issue is the chain is complicated enough that it's certain artifacts to justify starting really, really strong. They have hoops to jump through that help them define them.
Okay, it's more. I need to know more about what is the basis of the chain so that I can make something that actually makes sense with Bill's character.
So, its primary two focuses are going to be predation from the Gator Song and ghost stuff from G Slice's power. So
Okay.
we'll have a focus on summoning and destruction, but also like taking predatory traits. So, in addition to that, there is a hollowness from the fact that it's a destroyed ghost. It is something that inherently doesn't exist and is only maintained because, as you guys have seen this session, Johnny Switchblade's power does bad things to reality.
Okay, so it is hollowness, ghosts, predation, and it exists because of Johnny Switchblade enforcing enforcing negative aspects of reality on any given object.
Not necessarily negative, it's just like Johnny Switchblade wants to be the demiurge so goddamn badly it has effects on reality.
The way I would explain what you said about Johnny Switchblade, it's like there is a sense of inertia to his actions. If he takes an action or does something, it is very, very likely for it to happen or exist in the way that he has willed it.
How I understand it is basically every possible version of him takes that action.
So I don't mean to like spoil or metagame you guys too much, but Seth's is a little bit closer, I think.
Okay.
It's a very complicated situation, and if I gave too much insight into it, it would reveal stuff you guys would really be better suited learning in character, and B, it would also basically just be telling you how to beat them.
So what I'm hearing from what Seth said is that Johnny Switchblade is Space Dandy.
The fucked up thing is that's a really solid read, right?
Wait. Another person I know watched Space Dandy?
Yeah?
Fuck yeah!
Dude.
Hell yes!
I fucking love Space Dandy.
I love this. Space Dandy rules. So now I need to reassess what I think Johnny Switchblade looks like.
No matter what it is, you're gonna be wrong because I constantly change how I think he looks in my head.
Okay. Well, then, armed with this knowledge, I'm going to...
Just decide how you think he looks, and it's probably right.
I'm going to try to write something in the character of Chivalry to send through the crack, where I'm not going to be anything too specific, but I'm going to send some hints about Johnny Switchblade.
Man, they're going to have a pile of mail before they get to their next session.
Mainly because I've been reading a lot of letters from Washington. I'm trying to think of an archaic way that Chivalry would write.
I really wish Mutant Squad ran more. Their campaign is so good. They are so good as players. They put so much thought in everything. They've done so good.
Hmm.
Just their
But they
lives
just
are,
can't schedule. Yeah.
yeah, their lives are very complicated.
Hmm.
So
Shame.
their sessions seem to have a tone of being slightly less goofy than ours do.
I support that. I mean, there are goofy moments, but like, for example, when they went to the rice fields, and there was this guy named Todd who was just a gate guard, very innocent, shouldn't have been a guard. He was just there because they were short staffed, and he trusted them inherently because they made a Bethesda joke, and his name was Todd Howard. Uh, at one point, he was going to go alert the guards that a boat had been stolen, and Mutant Squad was there to steal a boat. So Hummingbird punched Todd in the back of the head, and he fell down the stairs and like broke a few bones. I feel like with you guys, it would have just been a few Todd Howard jokes. That would have happened. You would have been like, "Oh, that's fucked up," and then you would have moved on immediately.
Hmm.
That was like a major plot point for that session, where it's like we need to
Oh, yeah.
reevaluate what we're doing because we're hurting people in this aim of saving our town.
I mean,
You
we-
also are still streaming, by the way.
I should probably stop then.
Yeah. I mean, we have kind of done that a couple times. Like, I don't know.